Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
I brought you a special present.
What is it?
Open it up.
A book?
That's right. When I was your age, television was called books. And this is a special book. It was the book my father used to read to me when I was sick, and I used to read it to your father. And today, I'm going to read it to you.
Is there any sports in it?
Are you kidding? Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, true love, miracles.
Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Very nice. Your vote of confidence is overwhelming. All right. The Prince's Bride.
The Princess Bride is the bride of the Princess Bride. Welcome to start number 3 of Jaret Goes to the Movies.
Is it the Princess Bride or
No,
is it the Princess Bride?
Don't steal my bit. You stole my bit.
Don't fucking
I thought I was onto something big last night when that happened, because I as Casey and I were sitting there watching, I was just like, oh, I see what they were doing. It could be like the Princess Bride or the Princess Bride. Well, in start number 2 of the show today, I got that out, but we had forgotten to turn the volume up, so it wasn't going into the world.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. I could erase this part, though, before I send this to you, and we could go
That's
back
true.
to start number 2. But no, I killed it on the timing of the clip.
Yeah, you did the clip much
So,
better the second time around.
Greetings, everybody. We don't have a lot of time for small talk today because we have a lot to get to. My name is Jaret. This is a podcast. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies because that's what the logo says, and we have a bunch of T-shirts with it on there already.
Right.
With me, as always, is Rich.
What's
Rich,
going on?
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
It's
Sort
our-
of.
It's our first show of the new year, but we're recording this before Christmas.
Right.
And so I hope you had a great Christmas.
I hope I did too.
Isn't this fun, talking in the future?
Yeah.
All right, so it's our first show of the new year. We got a lot to get to. We got Not Your Girlfriends in the studio today.
Yep.
So, hi girls.
What's up?
Hello. We're gonna introduce them in just a minute. My lovely wife Casey is here.
Hello.
There she is. Still repping Star Wars with her
Oh.
Empire Strikes Back shirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Will is here, of
Hey,
course.
how's it
Will,
going?
Now, Will is on his lunch break
I'm on my lunch break.
because he works for a living.
Here's my lunch.
And he even brought a nice little sack lunch.
Couldn't you just eat while you were working?
I think it's more funny that he
At 1
actually
o'clock, I'll be
brought.
hungry.
Yeah, dude, he stays on like a regular schedule.
He is so strict on
No,
the
he told
schedule.
you he said that like him and his wife literally sit down at the same time every day and eat
Yep.
their lunch.
I gotta stay regular.
That's a
Man, it'll be like 1 o'clock and we're like, we should get lunch. Or we could go to Dave & Buster's.
right, exactly.
It's
And
just
then
like a normal podcast, except for instead of 1 a.m., it'll be 1 p.m.
1 p.m. before
Oh, yeah.
you're done. Yeah, good going there. Also with us,
I think
are
that's passive aggressive.
Laura and Amy, the girls' moms, but they don't have microphones.
Yeah.
So
Hello.
now, Sean. Silent Sean is here as well. Welcome to the program.
He did press record.
We
I
are
can
recording.
see that it's recording.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Just
Now-
didn't turn the knob.
Great start.
Before we even start, now we're going to be talking about the Princess Bride today, and I'm super excited about this. This is going to be a PG show that we're doing.
PG or PG-13?
Well, I think we're gonna. I think I'm gonna take it to 13 right off, and then we're gonna back down to PG.
Okay.
Okay, how about that?
All right.
Because here's the thing: there's been a lot of talk about Star Wars. Obviously, by the time this comes out, you may have even started putting some spoilers out there. But I
haven't yet.
Okay, but we've been there's been a lot of back and forth with the Star Wars.
I made more notes today about Star Wars than I did about The Princess Bride, just so you know.
Well, and we were gonna do, and we still might do our first ever. I'm hoping that by the time this comes out, we have our first ever bonus episode on Patreon, and also by the time this comes out, all of our Patreon rewards and everything will be updated and different in our website and all this stuff. So Rich and I have some work to do.
We should say, for people that aren't Patreon supporters, we have tons of Patreon-only content.
Oh, yeah.
He's just talking about a very special bonus type of content.
We have a lot of outtakes and things like that, but what I would like to do is start doing short episodes that are super topical, and I think one of them that would be great, and I hope is up now, is one that deals with Star Wars where everybody makes their points. Now, but here's the thing. So I walked out of Star Wars the other day, and I enjoyed it. I did. But by the time that night had come to where it was a night, I was sitting next to Casey's dad.
This should be interesting.
And he said...
You're in Corpus. You flew out to Corpus.
I was in Corpus Christi. We do a family reunion around Star Wars every year with her dad and his family. Now, he said Rich is already hating on The Last Jedi, right? And so I made it a point to go and read your posts and to see where everything was at. And it's just crazy, but a song popped into my head.
Uh-oh.
And I would like to play it for you now.
Here we go.
Now, here's the thing. There's a little bit of fuzz in this. It took me a minute to find good audio of this song. Somebody had already written it. And I'm super happy to present it to you guys here for the first time on Jaret Goes to the Movies. No spoilers here in this song. If you disagree, he'll say you're wrong. Too many laughs out of the blue, and way too many characters too. Rich didn't like The Last Jedi at all. Rich didn't like The Last Jedi at all. He liked the voice, he loved the mask of the guy that killed Han Solo's ass. Leia's son, imagine that. He talked to Darth Vader's melted hat. But Rich liked every scene with Kylo Ren. Rich liked every scene with Kylo Ren.
I did.
Just close your eyes and you can see him throwing his hands up in the air. So frustrated now with Disney. He wants to punch John Landis in the face and burn Mickey Mouse at the stake. Ray and Poe, C-3PO, the real tall chick from Game of Thrones, Finn Chewie and BB-8, even Leia, for f***'s sake. Rich didn't like The Last Jedi at all. Rich didn't like The Last Jedi at all. Rich didn't like The Last Jedi at all.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Now, that was our one F-bomb for the whole show.
I'll beep it out.
Well, we would get a PG. Well, I'm just saying because the girls are here, and it's supposed to be a PG show. So I don't swear in front of them unless they're at a Bowling for Soup show, and then it's wheels off. Which is actually not true. I've talked about this before. When they come to a Bowling for Soup show, they stand in the front row, and I totally censor myself. I do.
Yeah.
It's hard to swear in front of them.
Yeah. I can see that.
Jaret, who beat you to that song?
I don't know who that was.
That's weird.
Yeah, right? Boy, finding a karaoke version of that song was not easy. You can tell by the quality of the audio.
Did it have the lyrics on the screen?
Is that what it was? A karaoke version?
Yeah, I just got a karaoke version of. Well, it's like some dude playing it acoustic,
Oh.
on the internet.
Was it a cassette tape?
Man, you should learn
It
how to
was.
play acoustic so you could just do it yourself.
It'd just take too long. I really did think about that. So I started that today.
It was literally 3 chords.
So I'm not joking. I wrote that on the airplane home from Corpus in about 4 minutes.
You just read my post.
And then
I said exactly what I said on my post.
And so then I that's why I was telling you guys, hey, don't come over till about 10:30 or whatever, which I'm glad you did come over early because obviously we've had quite a few technical things. But like I started that today at 9:20. And like I was just, and you guys I think Sean walked in at like 10:03.
Yeah.
And I was like just finishing it. But when you walked in, I was like trying to close the headphones so you couldn't hear it. And like I was bouncing it down.
I did throw my hands up in the air
Yeah, you didn't like it. Now, we're not going to dwell on Star Wars, but I
Yeah.
did want to debut that song, haven't done a parody for you in a while, and I thought you might like that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show for the first time ever. Not your girlfriends. There they are.
Hello. What's up?
Guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Liv, and I do guitar and vocals in the band.
That's right.
I'm Gigi Haynes, and I'm the bass, and I also do backing vocals.
I'm Maren Alford, and I do drums and backing vocals.
This is a cover you guys did of a U2 classic.
Yes.
Awesome.
Classic.
When I first met with them, I said, what do you like? And they were like, we like U2 and Led Zeppelin. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, they didn't even mention Katy Perry.
No?
No, I didn't even mention her.
Wow. But they like Justin Timberlake, though, right?
What? I think you guys just like everything, right?
Oh yeah, that is true.
But you're influenced more by...
Yeah.
They like, your favorite band's 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They all have their little individual crush on a different band member.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, me and Gigi both share Jared Leto.
Oh, you guys...
Shannon.
And then you get Shannon. So they like the Leto brothers.
Yeah.
We're also sisters, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That'd be weird
Yeah.
if you guys had a crush on the same
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
guy. We did. We're releasing a new one on the 1st, right? So this one just came out this week. Here, another
Is this
cover.
print? Oh, I thought it was.
It does kind of sound like that, doesn't it?
Gathered.
We are gathered here today to get this through this thing called Princess Bride. So they have a
They do
video
some
for this
Prince.
out.
Yeah, we do. We do Purple Rain.
They do Purple Rain really well.
Oh, wow.
Where can people find you guys on the
Cure.
internet?
Yeah, The Cure.
Yeah. You can find us on basically everything and Not Your Girlfriends. So yeah.
Not you are girl FRENZ.
It's a frenzy.
It's hard to
It's a frenzy.
find. I mess it up every single time
Yeah,
because
you know-
I misspelled the friends part.
It's not. It just is hard to find.
Because there is something out there with the friends spelled regular.
Yeah.
You're over 35, I think.
That could be it.
Here's
That
the
could
thing. This is the deal. The reason why it was hard to find when I first started working with them was they didn't have a lot out there.
True.
Now it's not. If you just put it on the Google thing, they're doing stuff all the time. They're busier than I am.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
It's not
because
hard.
they're actors.
Yes,
Are you really
actors.
actors?
Yes,
Yeah,
we are. We
yes.
actually all met at an acting studio.
Oh, even your sister? You met her sister?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
First time I met-
exactly.
Yeah,
they dropped
we
me
brought her
off
into the
and
family.
never. Yeah.
Now, for those people in Texas, they may have seen you on something recently.
Oh
right?
yes.
What would
yes.
that be?
We were all together on a Reliant Energy commercial.
Right.
So, and we got
Mm.
to play instruments.
Together.
Yeah.
All together.
Do you
Hang
use
out in the
Reliant
cold.
Energy in your house?
No.
But that's
I mean,
not important.
It's cool, though.
That's not important.
That's funny they know that, though.
Yeah, but
no,
you
we
know-
don't.
Well, I'm sure they probably asked on the way, like, "Hey, do we do?" Because we should tell them.
yeah.
You know who does the radio commercials for Reliant Energy?
Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
That's right.
yeah.
And you know what he sounds like when he does it? He goes like this:
Oh, I don't
Reliant
know.
Energy is really nice to have in your house. It is one of the best things you can do for electricity, and everything in your house will run really nice. That's how Matthew McConaughey talks.
All right, all right, all right.
Speaking of Matthew McConaughey, Casey, something hit me, and this is just I just had an observation today on the way home from school. Casey and I like the country artist Billy Currington,
Never heard of him.
and now for some reason when I hear Billy Currington sing, it looks like Matthew McConaughey in my head.
That is weird.
Yeah,
I think you're alone on that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
That's interesting.
Well, welcome, girls. We're glad you guys are here.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that we're here too.
Now we're talking about the Princess Bride, and you guys were excited to be here to do this.
yes.
And I have told in the past that that the moms do listen to when I first met the girls, and then I met their moms or whatever. Like I realized that Amy was listening to the podcast,
Mhm.
and I was
no,
like,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, and I was like,
You know too much.
I'm like,
I apologize for
I
that.
like
Very
texted.
much.
She had like Facebooked something about like in one of the podcast threads or whatever, and I had to text her. I go, I don't talk like that in front of your children ever. I swear. I never talk like that in front of your kids.
Never.
Ever.
She doesn't.
So,
Wait, no,
well,
hang on.
you meant I don't.
No, you don't. You
Yeah,
don't. No,
yeah.
he doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. I got that wrong.
Okay.
All right. So
Sorry.
we're gonna dive into the show, but you guys? I see you got some Christmas presents there, and you're holding them in your
Yes.
lap. Shall we have Christmas first?
Yes.
Yes,
Because
sure.
I have
or
a
New
surprise
Year's.
I have a surprise as well. Okay, so who's playing Santa?
I was not made aware of the gift
Okay,
exchange.
Gigi, why? Don't pick you because you're in the middle. It's just gonna be a whole thing. So I would say you guys take over from here. Just figure this out. Get everything distributed.
Okay.
Where is all this going? Is it going around this room?
Going around the room.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Let's
Was that like
pass
a
them out.
white elephant gift exchange?
I actually thought that we should do that, but
should have.
but I thought of it yesterday,
No.
and I was trying to talk to the
There's
moms
no way I
yesterday.
could have picked up a white elephant gift on the way to the show tonight.
I was talking to the moms yesterday about something else, and they just seemed to be really busy, so I didn't want to add that to
okay.
their. I didn't really,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, Casey.
Thank you.
There we go. Will, you got a present?
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay. Merry Christmas, guys. Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Thank
Happy
you
New
so
Year.
much. Oh wow, I got two.
I thought Sean got the big one.
Opening these up here. Are you guys opening yours at the same time?
I was gonna wait.
Okay.
In my family,
I
we
I
take
wasn't
turns.
waiting.
Well, Casey's isn't on camera, so you have to be more descriptive.
Well, this is perfect. They gave us an AMC gift card,
Perfecto.
which is awesome.
That's
because
great.
We've been doing
Movies.
lots of midday movies lately.
Yay!
You
Oh,
guys,
awesome.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That
Thank
is
you.
very, very nice. Oh, sweet! I got a ViewMaster.
Yes.
Oh man, and it's got cool. Oh man, it's like got custom.
Hopefully they
Not
don't.
your girlfriends. Jarret goes to the movies. Bowling for soup. And and my family on
Yay.
ViewMaster. You guys are the best.
Well,
Holy crap, that's amazing.
That is so cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
and a happy
Okay.
New Year.
I think I know what this is, and I'm super excited about
I would have gotten you different pictures on the one I got you, the ViewMaster. I would have given.
this.
you.
Is a PG show.
Oh, that's right. Forgot.
Yay! I'm so excited about this. This is amazing. This is going to be the only other band that I'm not in the daycare.
Oh wow!
It's very cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
You're a member
guys.
in spirit. That's awesome.
All right, thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm going to give you your present. Put my computer on the screen right here. And moms, if you guys want to step out and see what I got them, you're more than welcome to.
Step out by looking at.
Step out.
Or
and
they
look.
can see over here.
Oh, you can see over there. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready? I don't want to click on the wrong thing here.
Oh Jesus!
Mine's just a little.
You
Mine
shush.
lags.
Okay,
a
you ready
little.
for this?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to start with this. I got you this. Logo done. Okay, I know. And you're thinking, oh, you got us a logo or whatever, but I also got you this.
Oh
Oh
my
wow!
God.
Nice.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Oh
There
my
you
gosh.
are.
I love it. Oh my god.
Your cartoons.
That's
But I
awesome. Oh my
also
gosh.
got
Oh
you
my-
this.
Oh my
Awesome.
gosh. That is so cool.
That is so cool.
I want one of those.
We're a cartoon character.
That's cooler than our
Oh my
shirts,
gosh,
Jared.
that's my lifelong
Like way
dream.
cooler than our shirts.
To be a cartoon character.
Oh, it's in pink.
We're
That's
cartoons.
cool.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay, I'll take one of those for real.
Right?
Those are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well,
you.
so
These
that
are
Thank you,
awesome.
for real. That's super cool.
that came in a conversation that I was like walking through one of your video shoots, and I said,
Uh-huh.
and I said something about cartoons, and then one of you said, I would love to be a cartoon, and I go, I could, and then I just looked over, and then, and then so I looked over, and the moms are standing right there. Oh, Amy was standing right there, and I go, I'll just get that for him for Christmas.
Thank you so much.
And like
so
I
many
beat the
secrets.
deadline. My good friend Dave for me beat the deadline yesterday. I got it. So anyway, Merry Christmas, guys,
And Happy New Year.
Thank you
I'm
guys
a cartoon
so much.
character.
now
We're cartoon characters.
those of you guys that aren't watching the stream, they're gonna have new merch out. Hopefully, maybe we can have this as a shirt out before this episode airs on the 5th,
Yeah.
and people who are listening can go check out and see what they're hearing.
I want to see the Not Your Girlfriend's animated series.
I
Yes.
100% agree
Right?
with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Let me write that down real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to 5 questions later. However, we will be talking to David Dooley and Wendy Croft. Today is Rich's brother's birthday.
Happy birthday, little
Happy
brother.
birthday, little brother. Those of you guys who now it's been a year.
I don't know if he's listening. Probably not.
It's been a
That's
year
all right.
since you put his daughter in a Trump shirt and put the picture up on the internet.
Yes,
And lost contact with your brother.
that's correct.
And
So
what?
just to quell, the beef between
Yeah.
us,
Oh boy.
I sent him an Amazon card
Yeah.
for $1 more than he got me, and then
Was
on
it
the
$1?
Amazon card I put the photo of me and my niece.
Oh,
Oh my god.
my God.
So when he opens up his email, it'll be me and her in the shirts with $1 more than he gave
Is it
me.
$1 Amazon card?
Well, he gave me a gift that was a certain amount because I looked it up online.
Okay.
And then I had to give them each gifts also, and I made sure it was like 25 cents, 25 cents, and 50 cents. So it would be $1 more than he gave me.
You love your brother?
I love my brother.
Yeah, I
Will
can
he even
tell.
work that out?
We're 11 years apart, so I never got to like beat him up when he was a little kid or anything because he was so small. So there was
Yeah.
never any kind of sibling rivalry going on in the house ever. So I'm taking advantage of that now. It's fine.
I had a twin sister, and we were equally matched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys,
Your mic's not working.
in toughness or whatever?
Yeah, we were the same size. We were the same age. We're twins.
Yeah.
So it was like go time.
I think what happened was you may have come down with Will's mic instead of the laptop, and then I think we're a little mixed up now. But okay, all right. That was just me yelling at Silent Sean, who spoke, but you can't hear it.
Right.
All right.
That's what makes it silent.
This is a Tim Toole and Matt Cardosi production
It is.
of Jaret Goes to the Movies. I want to thank our executive producers who are also Patreon supporters. They do include Tim Toole and Matt Cardosi, our corporate VPs, David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, David Dooley, Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, Rodon James, Eddie Weiss, Lisa Wenzel, Sean Umbeck, Joel Robinson, Nigel Watson, Greg Pascal, Chris Holt, Tyler McCullough, Mark Ryan, Sri Hurst, Josh Millman, Jason Randall.
He's in the chat room and he goes, "Wait for it."
Katie, I figured out where it is now. There's not a long pause anymore. Katie Morgan, who has been hilarious on our Facebook page lately. Like
Yeah.
she does not
She's killing it.
she does not hesitate to call you out. So.
No.
Jared Spear, who also has been hilarious lately on all of our stuff. Mike Breton, Shawnee Griffiths, Chris Jacobs, Daniel Cotton, host of the brand new, by the way, Bowling for Soup fan page Rampage, a new podcast that is out.
What?
Yeah, it's out now, and it is completely content that is given to us by the Bowling for Soup fan page, created by Fiona Freeman. And it's an hour-long show, and we do it once a month. And the first episode is out, so go check it out. Second episode
Holy
should
crap.
be coming out
All right.
very, very soon. Brian Dunning, Wayne Bullard, Paul Balms, and Amy Pittsinger, our lovely neighbor. Give it up for our supporters, everybody.
Oh, she's your neighbor?
Well, I call her our neighbor. She's actually Dennis and Shanna's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
But we spend a lot of time over there.
It's our neighborhood, though.
So it's our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's our hood, like we...
Boys in the hood.
You know how like suburban people like to say things like, "Yeah, we're just gonna try to get back to the hood before we're gonna get some dinner in the hood somewhere." Like
I've never said that.
not once.
No.
No, not in that voice, but you've said it for sure.
He lives in a
I've never
condo.
said I'm going back to the hood.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
I say it all the time.
Okay.
I really do. Actually, yeah, Linus says that a lot. Like it'll be just, well, we could just get back to Hollywood, have something to eat in the hood. That's a big thing. That he says.
The Wood Hood.
Our next live stream, I don't have to say that, right? We're talking about The Princess Bride. This was released in 1987. Only 98 minutes, which is a pretty good running time for a movie. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it holds attention very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Rated PG again, just because of the song I wrote for Rich. This episode is PG-13 now.
Right.
Okay.
We kicked it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, while homesick in bed, a young boy's grandfather reads him a story called The Princess Bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a contender.
Right?
A year later, almost a year later to the day. I believe, or was it
I
the
knew
first
this was
year?
coming.
Or was it the first year? Has it been almost 2 years?
No.
Almost
It was
a
this
year to the
Groundhog
day.
Day was this year.
We have a contender for the greatest movie synopsis ever written. Now giving Groundhog Day a run for its money.
Go back and read Groundhog Day and then read this one. Let's
do that.
Find out
I'm gonna
the
do it.
winner
You know what I can
right
do? I
now.
can
Who's going to
find
decide?
Groundhog.
Who decides?
Groundhog Day.
Well, Jaret ultimately, but
Yeah.
we can weigh in.
Why can't it be me?
You guys, well, that's just not how it works, Will. I love you so much. All right, Groundhog Day.
As soon as you have your own
Groundhog Day,
Will Rampage podcast, I guess you could.
What if I do and you just don't listen to it?
Don't listen to it.
While we're talking about this, if you haven't, and I'm reminded of this just because of some of the movies that I'm reading right now. If you have not gone and watched Hitler react to us not doing a show on our Facebook page,
Oh my gosh. it's
it
ridiculous.
is sincerely the funniest thing that I have ever seen.
Rich, did you write that, Rich?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I was absolutely crying.
I didn't know if it was going to get well received or not.
I was absolutely crying. I don't know how to find stuff.
It took a
in
while to
OneNote.
do. So by the time I was done, I wasn't laughing anymore. But as I was doing it, I was laughing. But I was like, I don't know if it's funny or not. But apparently it
Oh
went over
my
well.
God!
Hold on, everybody. I think we need to introduce Will's lunch.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. See, they're professionals.
It's noon now.
Okay, and then
Cameras over here.
what are you, Will? What are you having today?
It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Two cutie oranges.
got it.
I've got some sort of granola bar and 3 cookies.
Jesus.
Oh man!
That's a lot of food.
All right,
That's why I'm fat.
here we go. So this is going back to our Groundhog Day episode a year ago. Next up was 50 Shades of Grey, by the way. That was a doozy.
Girls don't watch that.
Yeah.
We won't.
No,
Yeah, don't watch
never. Groundhog Day, 1993. A weatherman finds himself inexplicably living the same day over and over again.
You nailed that word.
Okay. Versus, okay, here we go. While homesick in bed, a young boy's grandfather reads him a story called The Princess Bride. Here is why this one is better. Because it's even more descriptive but less wordy. Because it even says he's in bed, he's homesick.
They didn't need
grandfather
fancy
reads-
words
No!
like inexplicably.
Exactly.
It's more succinct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new best movie synopsis ever here on Jaret Goes to the Movies, and that is The Princess Bride. What a day we're having! here.
Dethroned Bill Murray.
It's our first show of the year. We're
Right.
coming in hot.
Hot.
We just got Christmas presents. We're gonna have a
I
live
totally-
performance
I loved
later.
what I got for Christmas.
Yeah?
birthday.
Yes.
It was great.
Awesome. Oh,
Great.
you're talking about
Yes.
Yeah,
in the past,
future. In
right?
the past.
Wait.
In the past.
Yeah.
Wait.
Are we in the future?
Confused.
The future?
We are in the future.
We're not
Something's
reviewing
going
Back
on.
to the Future.
Something is going on. We have done that
No,
before.
that was our
Yeah.
first episode.
But we
We're not
actually
doing that
we
now.
need to do it again, and we should have them come on and be on that one.
I'm
So
fine
we
with that.
change it up a little bit. All right, this was directed by Rob Reiner.
Hang on. Alternate
Okay.
synopsis.
Alternate synopsis. Darn it!
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
As you wish. The Princess Bride. Columbo reads Fred Savage a bedtime story that teaches him how to eventually kiss Winnie Cooper without catching all those gross girl cooties. That's my PG one. You like that?
Yeah, I don't think that. So here's the thing: it's like if there are any kids that are listening, but that was a good one for the adults because he was on what, the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to balance the parents
No, I
and the
liked
kids.
it.
at the same time.
Columbo, though, you're going grandparents.
That's true. That could be true.
Like, and I mean like older
well,
grandparents.
this is from
like,
1987. I mean,
Yeah, I guess you're right. It was nominated for 1 Oscar, another 7 wins, and 8 nominations of other awards or whatever. Directed by Rob Reiner, who started out on All in the Family, and then his dad was like a big time director. We've done a couple of his movies, and Rob Reiner, great. He did what's the thing? What's the other the music movie everybody likes?
oh, the music movie?
Yeah, this one goes to 11.
Oh.
This is Spinal
Spinal
Tap.
Tap?
Spinal Tap. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
This is Spinal Tap.
wrote and directed that, and a bunch of stuff. I think he did When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, When
too.
Harry Met Sally. Didn't he do Sleeps in Seattle and all that jazz?
Probably all of the Tom Hanks
That's,
movies with.
that's Nora Ephron,
Oh, is it Nora? Okay.
No, is that Zac Efron's aunt?
Yes.
probably.
Yeah, I think it is really for reals.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Probably.
She also
Yeah.
helped with Modern Family. the
Let's
writing
check
of
in
it.
with let's check in with Will's sandwich. Will's, how's the sandwich?
Jesus.
It's really good.
Do
'cause
not- do
there's
not-
a lot of peanut butter.
Do
on it.
not
Yeah,
eat
on the top of your
in the
mouth
mic.
right
Casey
now.
will literally throw her phone down and leave.
Yeah, you brought attention to it. I'm gonna have to go.
Just take your headphones off for 10 minutes.
I am
It's the
trying to
same.
lead
I'm in
away.
the same room.
All right, Carrie Elwes plays Wesley.
Who knows how to pronounce that name? I don't know.
Well, I
and that's a dude, by the way.
Yeah, it is. And he has that sort of ability to. He was in Robin Hood, the Prince of Tights, and that's another movie that I've only seen bits and pieces of.
You should watch that one all the way
That
through.
everybody
You
says
would
that
think it was
we
funny.
should do that.
It's
And
a
so
Mel Brooks movie. So.
He has that ability to deliver that straight line with a serious face, almost like
Deadpan.
Yeah, totally like that deadpan. What's the guy from Naked Gun? The dude,
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. It's like that guy delivers a line with a serious face, and you laugh. And this is the same kind of thing. I thought he was great. Mandy Patinkin plays Inigo Montoya.
I still have problems connecting him with who he is now.
Because he didn't do a lot of stuff in between like this and
He never looked anything like that ever again.
Well, he went and did stage acting for forever after this, and I love him here. But when I was in like high school, it was like around the time like ER and stuff like that was getting super popular. There was a show called Chicago Hope, I think it was. It was like another
I think
doctor
he was
show.
in that one.
He was the star of that show, and he was like the main doctor in the facility, but he had all these crazy quirks, and one of them was that he wouldn't wear pants in his office because he didn't like the sound his pants made when he walked.
His office, his rules.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
anyway,
was that a Harvey Weinstein production?
can we talk about that? I don't know.
If we keep going and not,
Right,
well,
I'm trying to get through it. And so, but anyway, he became like one of my favorite actors of all time just from that role. But then he was in the terrorist thing with Claire Danes,
Homeland.
Homeland. And
Yeah,
he was just
that's where-
awesome in that.
yeah, that's
And
what it is.
he is now in what?
Wonder.
He's in Wonder.
with Bryce Geyser.
Right. That's so Bryce Geyser plays the bully in Wonder.
Yes.
He's a good friend of the girls.
Yes.
Do
Oh,
all
okay.
of their acting
He
stuff.
went
with
to
her.
the
Gotcha.
acting studio with us.
Yeah.
Where I
Ah.
met Gigi.
And he also appears. He also makes a very good appearance. He also makes a cameo in your new video,
Yes, he does.
Friday I'm in Love.
Throwing balloons.
That's right.
Yes.
So
Mandy Patinkin's in your video?
yes.
no, she met Gigi at Mandy Patinkin's performance of Fiddler on the Roof.
That's amazing.
Christopher Guest is in this. Obviously, I think he's placed in this just because he had made such good friends with Rob Reiner or whatever, and I'm sure that they just had a lot of fun together. Christopher Guest, just another one of those amazing deadpan actors in all of those sort of Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman. He is just everything in those. I mean, he makes the whole movie anywhere he goes.
See, that's why I think you would like that Schitt's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
SCHITTS.
Got it. Uh-huh.
Just
Yep.
for the PG crowd.
You can say it if it's in a word. Like if you had a pet Shih Tzu, you could say that.
But I didn't have a pet Shih Tzu.
Okay, go ahead. Schitt's Creek.
So Schitt's Creek, it's a
Yeah.
TV show.
Understood.
Not spelled badly.
Uh-huh.
And the people that are in Best in Show and all that stuff are in that.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's great. It's
Okay,
great.
yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I love Christopher Guest. He's one of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits of all time, where he and Martin Short are the synchronized swimmers. the male synchronized. But Martin Short can't swim, so he has a life jacket.
He's got floaties on.
Yeah, it's really funny one. And married to Jamie Lee Curtis.
What?
So all of the stuff that we talked about,
Christopher Guest?
yeah, they've been married forever and ever and ever. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I think he stays with her because she gets free yogurt, but I'm not. I'm not certain.
He's on the regular.
I'm not certain on that. I mean, that stuff really does help the digestion.
Activia.
Wallace Shawn plays Vizzini, and this is one of probably the most successful voice actors alive. I mean, this guy, you hear his voice constantly, and a lot of just bit parts that throughout. You just see him in everything. And one of my favorites is definitely Vegas Vacation, where he plays the dealer, and he just happens to be at every table that Clark walks up to. And Clark walks up to the last one, like all the feet. He goes, "How about this? Why don't you give me the money? I'll take you out back, kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it even." That's just genius. It's brilliant.
I don't
But
remember
more
that movie
importantly,
at all.
Toy Story.
Right. He plays
There's
what?
the dinosaur.
The dinosaur. That's right. Yeah.
really?
But tons of voice stuff. You hear him all the time. Andre the Giant obviously plays Andre the Giant in this. That guy's fingers, when he was wrapping his hand around the main character's head, are it's like unbelievable.
They're like giant fingers.
Yeah, they look like, you know how like
That's what it is.
cookie dough comes out of the tube or whatever? Like each of his fingers looks like a roll of that.
Yeah.
So it's like if you put like four,
Was
let's
that
say
immediately what you thought whenever you said
100%. Yeah, and all of a sudden I was hungry. But so if you took 4.5 rolls of cookie dough, that would be his hand.
He has a big hand.
is so
Yes, I
There's
agree.
a story that they tell where Robin Wright was cold during one of the shoots, and he literally just put his hand on top of her head to keep her warm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I loved him when I was a kid because he was a wrestler, and
He
he's-
sort of makes this movie for me. I don't know why. I loved every scene with him in it.
There's a sweetness that he has.
Yeah.
Every line's funny. He.
Yeah, I think he has the best line in the movie.
That's
I'm
right.
sure. I don't
Anybody
know if
want a
it's in here.
peanut?
Yeah.
Really?
Whenever we were watching the
favorite.
movie, my dad said it exactly at the same time. It was
Really?
creepy.
Okay, so this is one that you guys have watched a bunch of times too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first time. Fred Savage obviously plays the grandson. Now, did you guys know who Fred Savage was before this?
Yeah. He's a savage.
He is a savage. Did you or did you not?
I did know. He was in the Wonder Years, and I watched a couple of episodes.
Okay.
Of that, I think.
Yeah, he is a big time child actor.
Is that one of the ones that replay on like Nickelodeon a bunch
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
got to be, right?
It used to. I don't know.
I think.
Do they still do reruns of it? It's on Netflix.
Well, if they
But
don't,
yeah,
it's
I
a
watched it
shame.
on Netflix.
Yeah, I never watched that show. I've literally never seen it.
What?
No,
Oh, I love that
I've
show.
never watched an episode.
Such a
of-
good show.
But I mean, I know who the characters are when people talk about them. And I know like the one kid, everybody thought he was Marilyn Manson for a long time.
and he wasn't.
And he wasn't. That was-
Womp.
yeah, womp, womp. But Fred Savage is like a big time director now.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, he's like he directs a bunch of. There's
Oh.
always Sunny
Always
in
Sunny
They
in
would know who
Philadelphia.
his brother is,
Yeah. Girl
Yeah.
Meets World.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
which used to be Boy Meets World whenever I was your age.
With
Right.
Fred
Yeah.
Savage.
You know,
No, it
time.
had been Savage.
Robin Wright, who plays the Princess Bride, who Rich says
The
is not-
Prince's Bride?
the Princess
We'll
or the
never know.
Prince's Bride.
It's literally spelt princess.
Yeah, it definitely says.
Yeah,
Prince.
but I still think it could be a play on words. I mean,
Yeah, but
this is
not in the pitch meeting. They didn't spell it at all. They were just pitching it.
No, I see what you're
And then
saying.
they had to write it down, and they just rolled it.
was spelled
they just
wrong.
Flipped a coin.
It was already a book. They didn't
Done.
Sometimes things can just get moved ahead, and even just from a misspelling. And here's an example. I'm not a very good speller,
No.
and when I registered the song that Bowling for Soup has called,
Oh, yeah.
I called Ridiculous, I spelled it wrong, and it is spelled wrong on everything, registered wrong.
Today.
It's today. It's completely spelled wrong.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's
Inconceivable.
inconceivable.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my dad says it wrong. How does he say it? He says like deconceivable.
He says like inexplicable or something.
Inexplicable.
He said conceivable.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, one time you
No.
texted me and told me that you resigned from Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I go.
But he was telling me that he re-signed
Yeah.
for Chuck E. Cheese.
But it was like,
man, we weren't even going to talk about
she
that.
goes,
or-
yeah. I was like, great news. I resigned from Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm like,
he's like, and you're happy about that? And I'm like, you're not?
yeah, I know. It was this whole thing. I'm like, I mean, I want to be supportive,
Yeah.
but I figured it would be a conversation. He's like, I didn't think we had to talk about it first. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? You really didn't?
And we can talk about Chuck E. Cheese because it's a PG show right now.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I think at this point we're out of the woods. On,
All right,
on-
cool.
Okay, so Robin Wright, I didn't realize was Jenna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they had a fight at her Black Panther party.
She's also House of Cards.
Okay, I did not know that. Is that the show that's not on anymore?
Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
okay.
still
It's coming back with
her.
with her.
Yeah.
With her,
Yeah.
because the other guy's in
Yeah, no,
trouble.
no, no.
He's in trouble.
Yeah.
He did bad things.
Okay, Peter Falk plays Columbo and also the grandfather
Right.
in this.
And that's it.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, you know, what can you say? He's got that voice, that whole thing. That is Will finishing up his lunch. I was surprised that Casey recognized Carol Kane in this, but she's come up a bunch in the last
Yeah, I know
couple
who she
of
is.
movies.
Only because of her voice, not
Because I
because of her
watched
face.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay, I didn't realize. Well, for
No, I'm just joking.
you know,
she was just on the
on
Scrooged.
Scrooged, and
She was the worst in that, though.
on Taxi, on the Jim Carrey movie, she was in Taxi.
Mm-hmm.
A few things like that. So, and then Billy Crystal, obviously, I remember when this movie I don't actually remember when it came out. I remember when people would watch it, and
He
you know
did
how-
not look marvelous.
That's a good one.
No matter how much
actually.
I looked at him, I couldn't see him, even though I knew it was him because of his
Well,
voice.
she was even worse. Kara, I couldn't recognize her at
Really?
all.
I
Only,
thought
only
just
because
the
of her
voice, yeah.
voice.
Still the crazy hair and the...
Now, you bring up that song, you're like, marvelous, or that bit, man. I used to call the radio station every morning and ask them to play that. I loved that
I
song.
still sing that to this
Me
day.
too. Marvelous. Yeah.
Still to
you're
this day.
Oh, you know what part I sing is that Sheila E. Marvelous. Tina Turner. Marvelous. Madonna. Her belly button is absolutely marvelous. I know that's a terrible impression. I haven't seen it in a while, Rich. Okay. All right. Now, did you girls? So you guys have seen this a bunch. Is this? Just be truthful. Is this like one of your favorite movies or?
I think so, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you guys seemed excited when I brought up the idea of doing this particular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Have you seen Grease?
Yes.
You like Grease?
Yes.
Is it better or worse than Grease?
I haven't seen Grease in a long time.
Which answer is going to offend you?
I think I'm pretty
Have you
sure.
been listening to the
The
show?
answer that would offend him is if you said, I don't know, but none of them are better than Grease 2.
I think you need to understand that
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
actors, like their moms prepped them on the way to stuff, and there is no way that they didn't know about you before they came in.
No, I mean, you can like either one. It's fine.
Is that why there's so much space between us?
The space between. Hey, that was in a movie that we went and saw the other day that I was going to recommend.
Ladybird.
Ladybird.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that looks
a
good.
really good movie.
Really good.
There's no way a movie called Lady Bird is good.
You know what, man?
It's got like 98 or 99 on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
actually think you'll like it. And here's the thing: there's not really anything happens. Like it's a whole movie. I'm not
Amazing.
joking. Nothing happens.
No, nothing happens at all, but it's good.
Nothing. I'm not kidding. No big thing happens.
It's already
just-
better than The Last Jedi.
It's.
We also went and saw Disaster Artist. That was really good.
Oh, I want to see that. I wanted us to review the movie.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I wanted us to
was so
review the
ready for
movie.
Now, here's the thing. I have heard you and Will talk about the movie The Room before.
No, is it us?
I
no.
thought.
Yeah, it's
One of
crazy.
our listeners is crazy. Austin Mark Green.
And you
or
think
not
he's
Green,
crazy?
McGrath. No, he's crazy for this movie.
Okay.
He keeps asking me to come over to his house and watch the movie.
The Room?
Yeah. The only reason I
Not
don't
to
go
be
is I'm.
confused with the movie Room.
Room,
The
yeah.
feel-good movie
Yeah.
of 2016.
Yeah, I heard,
But I'm pretty sure if I go,
I'm
he's
still
going to
waiting to
kill me.
watch that.
Yeah. No. Wait. Mark McGarity?
No. Austin Mark Graff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Is he named after Mark McGrath from
I think
Sugar
so.
Ray?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I wanted us to watch that movie first too, but now I'm kind of glad that we didn't because I think it's amazing, by the way, and both of the brothers are good in it, but James Franco is like next level. But I think I would have been trying to like. I think the nuances in like the things that he wasn't doing and versus the things that he was in the impression would have bugged me if I knew more about the dude. So now I'm more excited to go back and watch it with knowing all that stuff.
Right.
But it's a really good one. I recommend it.
It's got to be better than the original movie itself.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't guess the guy really cares. He's making money on both now. So I mean, like when you bring up Amazon now, if you even see like The Room will pop up, like the original motion picture or whatever. Like it's like on the cover of Amazon, and nobody's ever.
They
seen
have a screening of it like every week at some place.
Because there's like a thing you do, like the
it's like a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
I can't imagine that, but I've never been to one of those. Have you?
No.
Yeah,
I have no desire to do that either.
I just feel like it'd be confusing. Like I feel like it'd be like going to play bingo and somebody getting a bingo every time they call the letter. You know what I mean? Like it just like that's what it would feel. Because I'd never be able to focus on what I'm doing.
But with fishnets.
Yeah, right. But do you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I'm trying to focus on what's happening up there, and everyone and bingo. Okay, wait. Hold on. I don't even know what you called yet. Did you say I? It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's just what it seems like it would be to me.
My people, a month from now, our country will have its 500th anniversary. On that sundown, I shall marry a lady who was once a commoner like yourselves. But perhaps you will not find her common now. Would you like to meet her? My people, the Princess Buttercup.
Why is she a princess?
Well, I think she's about to be a princess or whatever, so he just goes.
She's about to be a queen.
Oh, that's right. No, because the king's still alive.
Yeah, the king was the old guy behind him.
Yeah, he's the one chewing that I'm surprised you didn't notice.
I thought in her nightmare that they were calling her Queen Buttercup after the wedding.
Because in the nightmare,
it hasn't happened yet.
No, in the nightmare, the king died.
Yeah, but that was a nightmare. The king is the one that walks her back to the bride's quarters after the wedding.
Yeah.
But
So in the book, there's a law that says that he can only marry a princess. So they make her the princess of a made-up country.
Okay, so that part was probably edited out.
Yeah.
That part probably cut the footage. You
But
guys.
then why did he even bring up
Billy Crystal?
Well, why did they even bring up that she was a commoner then? If they were trying to sort of obfuscate the fact that she wasn't a princess.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's basically saying she once was a commoner. But now we've decided she's a princess.
And why is she ordering this kid around? She's no better than he is. She's just living on a farm, and he's living on a farm. Why does she get to order him around?
I think she was paying, whatever. I mean, they sort of made it like...
I saw no transaction of money at all.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, oh well.
I mean, I don't know.
I won't dwell on it.
I would have a hard time, like, having a servant.
She's literally in the house right now cleaning your house.
I know.
She's behind these doors.
Our kids don't even do chores.
That's true. Yeah, there's a guy
I have no problem with having maids. I think it's amazing.
Here's where I was going with that though. Like for example, like you know how sometimes if you have if you're like amongst other people, and I mean like that you're around all the time. You know what I mean? So like if you have a sandwich and they don't have a sandwich, like you feel like you shouldn't eat your sandwich. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Will had a sandwich and
I
now
have
he
no
doesn't.
idea what
So
you're talking about.
you'd love the Mick. Have you seen the show The Mick?
We watched like 3 or 4 episodes and we liked it, but we haven't
It's
watched
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like I would feel like I'd have to like include them all the time. Like it's like okay, I'll give you a good example. It's like I was on vacation one time, and with the house that my parents rented, it came with like this groundskeeper guy who was also your driver, and like his job was to wait in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everywhere we went, but they would be like, "No, come in with us," and that's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, Yeah.
you leave the house.
Yeah. And
Because
he-
when my maids come and I'm there working, I just work. I'm like,
No.
oh, just let me know when you need to dust the
Well-
seat that I'm sitting in, and I'll get up and you can do it. Whereas you like run away from your house. You're like,
I get the hell
oh
out
my
of here.
God, the maid is coming.
Yeah.
We've got to get out
I
of here.
get the hell out of here. Yeah. Like, I'll stay for the lawn guy or the poop guy. Like, that's fine.
That's because you're there outside and you're
Yeah,
inside.
Exactly. I do close the windows, though. Like, I'm like, I don't want them to see me sitting in here. You know? Like, because
you know they're going, why didn't he just clean his own poop?
No, they'll be like, I want some of that sandwich. That's the whole point of the conversation is I don't want to give up half the sandwich, obviously. No, I really am. Like, I'm trying to watch what I eat and stuff lately, and
I have a leftover cookie.
doing pretty good. I can't have it. Because I was going to roll with the cookie dough fingers, and then the girl's name's Buttercup. I mean, it's just all kinds of hints at delicious items through the whole thing.
If your name is Wesley, do
Yeah.
you feel obligated if you run into someone that's named Buttercup? We got to at least try.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean,
What
you
are the
don't-
odds?
You don't meet a lot of Wesleys.
I know that one,
Or
like
Buttercup.
Wesley Snipes.
Or
If he ever
Buttercup.
ran into a girl named Buttercup,
Yeah.
In
you'd
a-
have to
in a
just give it a shot.
dancing establishment.
You mean like a ballet?
Yeah, like
Yes,
the ballet.
Like a ballet.
Speaking
my
of
God.
names,
Keep
I was-
moving, keep moving.
I was talking about this about names today with Emma, and like it's weird the names that are just gone now. And in fact, this is true. They're saying like the name Gary, that's my drummer's name, is just gonna go away. Like
What?
it's like gonna just be gone forever. And it's just, but it's. I started thinking about it. I'm just like, it's weird because like when we were kids, we didn't know anybody named Hannah or Sophie or anything like that. But now you guys, do y'all like? I'm gonna just go down the list of like some that. Do you guys even know anyone named Jennifer? Like a kid,
Wait, no.
Nope.
right?
Really? Because that's the
That was
most
the number
popular,
one
number one.
name when we were kids, and it's just
Really?
gone.
Yeah, my ex-wife is named Jennifer.
Mark's Casey's stepmom is named
Which
Jennifer.
one?
Oh, wait, she only has one. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
And he
Go ahead,
specifically
say it
said
again.
He specifically said which one.
I'm sorry. Do it
My
again.
ex-wife was named Jennifer.
Sorry.
The second one.
I messed that up. Try it again. Try it again. Okay, go again.
My ex-wife was named Jennifer.
Which one?
The second one.
Got it.
Casey's stepmom is Jennifer.
Uh-huh.
One of my best friend's wife was Jennifer till they got divorced as well. I know I can think of like 3 or 4 other Jennifers.
Okay.
My
just off the top
generation
of
was
my head.
nothing but Britneys and Katies.
Right. So, but here's the thing. So going back to the and you're right. Like we didn't have. I think we may have had Britneys and I mean obviously we had Britneys because but
I don't.
all right. Here's
maybe
another
one.
one.
Brittany.
Ricky.
Nope.
No
Yeah,
friends
no.
named Ricky, right?
No.
Like
No.
Ricky and Rick. Obviously, I guess that's from Richard,
Yes.
but
I don't know any Richard.
you don't know any
Yeah,
Richards
Richards
either.
were rare for me too. I was
Yeah.
always the
Now
only
that's
Rich
a
around.
classic like king's name though.
Yeah.
That like you would think that's like a John or a that
John, you know tons of Johns though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John's.
I know. My
John's-
grandpa's name.
It's a biblical
John.
name.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
That's just it. A bunch of them are just kind of shortened versions. Like I was gonna say Bobby, but that'd be Robert. You,
Well,
you
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
know
Like they have a
Robert.
bunch of like Garretts and Garrisons and stuff. I bet those guys might be Garys when they get older.
Could be good.
You know?
Good one. Yeah. Now it's all
Do
these.
you guys have a lot of like Parkers and Coopers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of Dylan? No.
No, we have a couple
Dylan.
Dylans.
It
No,
kind
I
of
knew
went
it-
up and down, huh?
I knew a Dylan.
What are the girls' names?
Everybody's
None
name's
of y'all's. which is
everybody's
cool.
name's Hannah. There's a lot of Emmas.
Madison.
Yeah.
Madison.
That's a big
Mm.
one.
I
Yeah.
named my daughter Zoe because I didn't know anybody named Zoe.
Yeah.
I never knew anyone named Zoe, and I was like, "This is going to be the most original name ever." And then she grows up and she knows like tons of Zoes.
Oh, same with Everett. I mean, I like knew one kid in high school named Everett, and then now like every time I go to a playground, there's like 5 moms. You're like Everett.
We
I'm like,
have
"Jeez,
okay.
That
We
name's
know
annoying.
people named Dodge and Dash and Blaze.
Oh,
Oh,
Jet.
yeah.
Milo's name was Blaze
Yeah.
when we got him.
Jet.
We have Jet.
Jet. So Emma knew a Jet. So there are
Yeah.
a bunch of these
Cannon.
like. So that's this thing. Now there's this whole creating a name thing that I think
I
we're
hate it.
doing, and I hate it too.
I'd rather create a name than just like weirdly spell an already existing
Oh,
name.
yeah.
like,
exactly.
Like Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, like leave the L out of Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bullcrap.
It is.
Why are you doing that?
Making sure nobody's follow us.
That would be inconceivable.
Despite what you think, you will be caught. And when you are, the prince will see you all hanged.
Of all the necks on this boat, Highness, the one you should be worrying about is your own. Stop doing that. We can all relax. It's almost over.
You're sure nobody's follow us?
As I told you, it would be absolutely, totally, and in all other ways, inconceivable. No one in Gilder knows what we've done, and no one in Florin could have gotten here so fast. Out of curiosity, why do you ask?
No reason. Suddenly, I just happened to look behind us and something is there.
What? Probably some local fisherman out for a pleasure cruise at night through eel-infested waters.
It's like you look at that actor and you're like, how unlucky did he get in so many areas? You know what I mean? Like,
bald,
he's
overweight.
short and bald, and he's
his voice.
Well, no, I mean,
it worked out for him.
He figured that out. You know what I mean? But that's what I was saying. It's just like, I mean, he's got a speech impediment. I guess that goes along with the voice.
It's like Danny DeVito just made it work.
Yeah, make it work.
He just
no excuses.
Nah, you
just
got to
get it done.
I mean, just look at Rich.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah, I like Rich. I like you, bud. Hold on, my thing took up the whole screen. All right, so now I didn't like completely like laugh out loud until, and maybe that was because that was the first like super funny scene. But when they started climbing that rope, and they're just all three hanging on him, but like it's
that's
just
not how that
it's
works.
just moving up like this, you know, and then like the guy's just behind or whatever. Again, it's just like. But he's not even using his feet. He's just, like the. I mean, I was.
They're like moving.
I was
like,
literally
crying. I was crying laughing when because it and just the setup of that where they put the little harness on him or whatever for him to carry him up. It's just so good.
If you look really close, when you look really close, when they pull up on the boat to where the rope is, it hits the rock and the little edge of the boat just go doing like it's made out of rubber or something.
Yeah, there are some really funny things the way that they did the set, and I felt like it was done on purpose. Where like the change from like being like way out in the water, and all of a sudden they're just in this little bitty cove, and it just. I mean, I thought all of that was really funny.
The shrieking eels, though.
Exactly. Yeah, the shrieking were actually kind of terrifying, to be honest. Yeah.
They're like puppets, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, were they?
I mean, they kind of looked like it, but like.
See, you're not fooled though. You're a child of the 2017.
I was about to say, he thought like the original Star Wars looked like amazing.
I did. Yeah, I remember. Now, I was telling Case this the other day. I remember just like everything in Star Wars looking so cool. And the first time I went to Planet Hollywood, you could see the guns and stuff up close. And I just remember seeing it just going, like, I mean, and that's like as an adult, you know, because Planet Hollywood didn't even start till we were like, what, 20 or something like that. And so I remember seeing that stuff for the first time and then just seeing like costumes and stuff and going,
well, even now they have to do close-ups of the lightsaber and stuff, and they try to make it as authentic looking as the original as possible. But it's so janky, and you're like, why does it need to look like that?
Yeah, it's too much going on.
It's awkward.
I was watching Return of the Jedi the other day. It was on TNT all day, and the scene where Darth Vader's hand gets cut off, like right before the Emperor dies.
Spoiler.
They show his arm sitting there, and there's like a resistor parts like laying next to his arm. Like it's so cheesy. Resistors.
Yeah, not
resistor. I barely met her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I don't have one.
Ruts, riches, deal.
Okay, we'll do that one. Okay.
Just have Will do everything all the time now.
So then I just love that he leaves the guy behind or whatever, and he's just like, hey, just kill him, whatever. But it's like, okay, I'll do this, but I fight him left-handed or whatever. And that whole thing worked out really good, and funny. And then he said, what does he say when he says, who says, be careful, people in masks can't be trusted or whatever?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. He says that to him, right? Yeah, it's good stuff. I liked it. I think I had more of a line in my head, and I forgot it.
Did you see when they were like, they were all in these harnesses where they're like hanging in the harnesses,
right?
And then when they get up to the top, they just roll over.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not harnessing anything.
I know. That's what I was saying about just like the transitions. He just didn't care.
But I almost loved I love the movie more, I think, because of those little cheapness of everything. I don't know why.
It's supposed to be silly.
Yeah, and it, just like the mossy rock is just obviously paper mache rock with fake stuff you can get at Michael's, and you know what I mean,
right?
But
that's what makes it funny.
It makes it kitschy cute like that. Right. Yeah, I like.
To you guys though, it probably just looks extra bad, right? I mean, because the thing is that you guys are so aware of all the things that they can do now in movies and
used
things.
to everything being very realistic looking.
This is just up like one level from where it was anyway. From when this movie came out.
Yeah.
So that's why it was funny. It's just like this whole. But I mean, now 40 years later, 30 years later,
it looks like a stage play. I mean, it looks like that.
I honestly really like the look of 80s movies better than the look now.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
why.
cool to hear.
Yeah, it is. There is a coolness. Will you pull those doors for me? The dogs have obviously,
we're locked in.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, I definitely we until we started this show a couple years ago, I didn't really take a lot of that into consideration. My two things were animation and just special effects or whatever. Just the way that cameras worked and different kinds of lighting, things like that. Like I didn't really put too much thought into it. I remember when the one Batman came out and the next one came out, they were like, it's too dark and like that. I didn't even really understand what that meant. So it's cool. I mean, there's definitely a look. You can look at a movie just like you can hear a song and kind of pretty much pinpoint when it came out.
Yeah. True.
Which is super cool. I think that says a lot for something that I can't think of really to say. So that's why maybe I should have stopped talking before. This is one too many. This is one too many verses of the song, right? That's what we're talking about.
Casey, clip.
Six-Finger Man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 his promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the Six-Fingered Man slashed him through the heart. I love my father, so naturally I challenged his murderer to a duel. I failed. Six-Fingered Man lived me alive, but he gave me this.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old. When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the Six-Fingered Man and say, hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
You've done nothing but study swordplay.
More pursuit than a study lately.
Yes, Rich.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
If you kill a man because he won't sell you the sword you commissioned him for 1/10 of the price that you agreed on originally, wouldn't you also take the sword with you after you killed him? Right?
Probably so.
Like, how does he have the sword?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Maybe the Six-Fingered Man wasn't smart.
Could be the case.
Or
it's the
or after.
finger.
Yeah, after he killed
the
him.
6 finger totally makes it to, yeah.
He made the sword for 5 fingers. And he just left it.
That's another good question, though, is if he's fighting with a 6-fingered sword, why is he so good with it?
Right. Oh, good point.
He only has 5 fingers.
That's why he wanted it for 10th the price, because
Right.
he didn't make it for 6 fingers.
Yeah. And also, I love when he asks the main dude, he goes, hold up your hand, or how many fingers do you have on your right hand? And he just holds up, like, he's wearing a glove. Like, he could totally have just put 2 fingers in the one.
Totally.
My kid does it
2
all the
small
time.
fingers.
Like, you try to get
on accident.
You ever try to get gloves on a toddler? It's the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Spread your fingers.
He loses his mind.
Please.
Mittens were invented because of that.
That's what mittens are for.
Well, all right, guys. So obviously they have the battle. Again, the whole left hand thing is hilarious. Both times, it's said.
This is where you freaking lost it because he grabbed onto that branch and decided to swing.
Okay, that's you know what?
You forgot to put quotes around branch.
I was about to skip that, but I put my notes as swing on rope. Oh my god, when Manny Patinkin grabs hold of that rope and just makes this dramatic swing, but only goes like 2 feet. I was literally like, I mean, it is the hardest I have laughed in a long time. And then just to follow it up with the guy doing like gymnastics or what, but literally they haven't gone anywhere. You know, again, that's sort of the comedy behind the whole thing. But yeah, the swing on the rope. And then the battle with Andre the Giant. I just love the conversation through the whole thing. Just, you know, like.
Well, do you think that the director thought that we might miss the fact that it was a gymnastics bar that they were swinging on? Or like, I wonder if they go, no, we'll just make it cheesy. Obviously, everyone's going to know it's not an actual branch or whatever between these two rocks,
right?
And that they're spinning around on,
right? Well, I think the
I wonder what his mindset was. Like, it'll be funny because it's so fake.
Well, I think that's it. Because I think the comedy comes from like this was like Zorro or whatever. In those, you know, they're doing a lot of gymnastics and just all this stuff. So he's obviously just, as they say in England, taking the piss.
His grandpa's reading the little boy a story, and this is how he's imagining.
Oh, so you think it's supposed to be boyish?
Yes.
On purpose?
Yeah, I think so.
A boy's imagination on purpose.
I believe so.
Let me ask you this. So if you're reading a book about a grandpa reading a book, do you sometimes wonder if it's you reading?
Like the never-ending story.
Yeah.
Like the never-ending story, right?
Right, yeah.
Just infinite loop.
That is a great movie, by the way. Never-ending Story is one of my favorites of all time. That's a good one. All right.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going. Where was I?
Australia.
Yes, Australia. And you must have suspected I would have known the powder's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You've beaten my giant, which means you're exceptionally strong. So you could have put the poison in your own goblet, trusting on your strength to save you, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you've also bested my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you must have learned that man is mortal, so you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
It has worked. You've given everything away. I know where the poison is.
Then make your choice.
I will, and I choose. What in the world can that be?
Where?
Oh my God.
Hey, Jaret.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's me? Pretend you're in love with me.
Right. We've been in love for years.
Can you tell that it's me?
I thought you were dead.
Do I look completely different?
She
really
literally
do.
says his eyes are blue of whatever.
Not like your stupid eyes and that mask.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, does she not recognize
he
his
changed
voice?
his
or
accent.
Right.
But he changed his accent, right?
They're in love. It was only been 4 years.
Well,
I thought that was just his pirate accent. Didn't he change it?
to be fair, he didn't say very much to her.
No, that's true.
And he was kind of a jerk.
I don't know.
He threatened to slap her.
When he starts accusing her of stuff or whatever.
No, I
like,
mean before on the farm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
They spoke the international language.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, English.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, when you guys see scenes like this, because I was thinking about you guys when I was watching the little guy like just spout all those lines. Like when you have to memorize like a bunch of dialogue like that, and especially in situations where you're repeating sort of scenarios or whatever. Like, do you guys have a method for like just remembering things?
Well, I mean, sometimes we voice memo it and then we listen to it.
Oh, that's
for
a
a
good
long
idea.
time. And memorizing lines like sleeping on it always helps. But usually it's hard because
It doesn't wrinkle the paper.
What do you mean? Like sleeping, like osmosis?
like whenever you like learn the lines and then you like usually you sleep on it and then you wake up and
Oh,
you know
okay.
the lines better.
Yeah.
But the thing is like some lines are long, like if they're for like a movie or something.
Yeah.
They're not as hard because it's like what you would actually say in real
Oh,
life.
yeah.
But then in Disney, they're like doing all these scientific stuff, and it's just stuff that a kid would never say.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's
Kid would
harder.
understand.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I once learned the Gettysburg Address in my truck before school one morning.
Isn't it like 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue?
And that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, that is where our house in Gettysburg is. You're right. But I managed to remember it for all 3 periods I needed to know it, said it. I have no recollection of that at all now. Yeah. I know the 7 years ago part, but
yeah, we all do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That one's not ringing a bell.
So when they go, party on, dudes.
What's that?
The
Gettysburg Address?
Bill and Ted. Right.
Oh, I thought Party On was Wayne's World.
Yeah.
You got it from Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted isn't Party On though. Wayne.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No, their
Don't look
thing
at
is.
me.
Yeah, that's what Lincoln says at the end.
That's what that's actual studio talk, by the way. Liv will tell you, like it's just like, hey, let's put some meadlies on that. Some meadly.
Yeah.
Can you do some?
Brackham.
Can you
Just
do?
know,
Can,
yeah.
Hey, here's a that's drum talk. Marin, can you just go Brackham?
Hey, do you know who that dude was in the red dress that fell down the hill?
Now the hill thing was really funny.
The sound effect.
Yeah, just
so
that.
unnatural. There's no music. It's literally just.
Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it was.
They could have just stayed right there. Why did they have to run in the forest? There's no way they're going to get the horses down there. And then so the guys would have to roll down. And by the time they were able to recover, he could have just been stabbing each one of them as they rolled down the hill.
Right.
Movie over.
Right. Well, you know what? They had 97 minutes to fill.
No, that's true.
They had some time, you know. Let's go to the next clip.
All right.
3 years, he said that. Good night, Wesley. Good work. Sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning. It was a fine time for me. I was learning to fence, fight, anything anyone would teach me. And Roberts and I eventually became friends. And then it happened.
What? Go on.
Well, Roberts had grown so rich, he wanted to retire. So he took me to his cabin, told me his secret. I am not the Dread Pirate Roberts, he said. My name is Ryan. I inherited the ship from the previous Dread Pirate Roberts, just as you will inherit it from me. The man I inherited from was not the real Dread Pirate Roberts either. His name was Cummerbund. The real Roberts has been retired 15 years and living like a king in Patagonia. Thank you. Then he explained that the name was the important thing for inspiring the necessary fear. You see, no one would surrender to the Dread Pirate Wesley.
So, his face when she catches on fire and he's putting her out and like he's just acting like nothing's happening.
No big deal here.
Whatever. And also, I thought of I think I just have Star Wars on the brain because it looked like he was carrying one of those red guards around.
You might have Star Wars on the brain.
I think I do because it's just like just everything red or whatever. Those guys just sort of stick out in that movie. You know, it's although we were at the hotel the other night and was that Empire Strikes Back, which is the one with Jabba the Hutt in it.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi was on, and then when the Emperor gets there, those little red guys come out.
And Star Wars, sort of. New Hope.
What?
Well, in the cut scene, yeah.
In the added scene.
Oh, the thing that's terrible. Yeah, I remember you showed me that,
he
and
steps over his tail.
I had never seen that before. It was terrible. There's a making of that though, where for some reason I saw, and they had like guys in fur coats playing him or something.
No, he was a real dude.
That's what it was.
You're thinking of
originally when they filmed it, Jabba was a person.
The original filming, they filmed it with that guy as Jabba the Hutt.
Okay.
Later on, he wanted to make Jabba Hutt what he envisioned him as, and so he went back, replaced that guy. So that guy's in that same scene behind, and they put the weird Jabba in front of that guy.
But because he walked around him, he had to walk over his tail, so they did this stupid
Han Solo walked around him. So they just kind of moved him up a little like he walked on his tail.
Horrible.
It was terrible. It was bad.
See how we can just not talk about Star Wars this week?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It is absolutely impossible. So, yeah, the fall down the hill was amazing. He goes, and then they get to the bottom of the hill. He's just like, death cannot stop true love. It can only delay it for a while. That's not true. No, it pretty much stops it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
as far as I can tell.
So the ROUS, rodents of unusual size.
Dude, that was the best thing ever.
Dude, those things are gross.
That was the cheesiest cheese of all cheese.
I feel like that's what they did, though. I feel like somebody in the set design department had like a 3rd grade kid with a paper mache project, and they were like, "Here's what we need. We need a really scary rodent about the half size of a human."
But think about it. What movie was there? A movie at that time or before that time that had any better practical effects than that? Because they didn't have special effects. So
yeah, whatever. Those
was
things gave me
that an
nightmares when I
attempt?
was little.
Was that an attempt at campiness? You know, spoofing a genre or whatever and making it cheesy on purpose, or was it the best they could do at the time?
It was for sure campiness. This whole thing is making fun of the Zorros and the medieval movies and anything like that. I mean, even Star Wars, you know, like that kind of thing. You know, I mean, this is like that's what they're doing is just poking. That's what this.
Because Clash of the Titans wasn't much better than this, and that was not meant to be
no
spoofy and campy.
I know, yeah, that one. That one didn't age very well. Either.
No,
that was on TV.
But it's still greatness in its cheesy. Like I could watch the whole thing. It's so cheesy, but I could still watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, I love the rat. I thought it was hilarious.
The fact that there's a person in that though.
Yeah,
right,
it's
okay,
obvious
so that's
person.
what I was just about to ask. So what do you guys? Again, I realize that basically where you guys are fitting into this is. What do little kids think about this? But no, what is that? Is that rat just hilarious right off because it's so bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I mean, it's scary and hilarious.
And I looked back at the rat and the eel, and I'm pretty sure that they had like the same teeth and like the same parts.
Yeah.
I had to put them side by side.
They had to like reuse their faces. And...
Yes.
That's a really good
my
idea.
gosh.
Somebody that's listening to this, make us a photo with those things side by side.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Who do we have in the Jason Kelso?
Yeah.
If you're, he's watching this. We can maybe have one by the end of the show if that dude's not busy today.
You know, there's a story behind the guy that played that rat.
Okay.
Oh, really?
He was pulled over for reckless driving, and because they filmed this in England, because he was out in the pub drinking or something. He was a person of diminutive stature.
Okay.
And the cops didn't believe that he was playing a giant rat in a movie about knights and things, and so he was almost a day late to the shoot because of that. So delayed production.
No kidding. Yeah. That would be a tough one to explain in England. I mean, everything's...
Yeah, I got to get to my job because I'm playing this giant weird rat
Right.
in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the only way they could have made it, like, even cheesier, because I'm sitting here going, why did you have to have a guy in it? They should have done it like claymation. You know, like, all of a sudden it's like Rudolph walking to the guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was Clash of the Titans. It was all stop
You're
motion.
right. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, because Medusa I was scared of her back then, and now I see it. I'm like, what was I afraid of? This Medusa.
You can easily outrun her because she walks like this.
You can outrun anything in movies, though. That's the thing. Isn't that what you say? Isn't that a trope?
Yeah, it's a trope.
When we're running from something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like how he casually just lifts her up out of the way of the fire geyser, and like, oh, that was so cool.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And the story he was telling here was great. I think that story was awesome, where he was taking over for the other Dread Pirate Roberts, and I loved all that.
And
I just wonder, like, if at some point, like, while he's telling her his awesome pirate story, and oh, did you send yourself a little bit, and being all cocky, like, if she's just like, maybe this is a bad idea. I liked him better when he didn't talk much and just like got things for me.
I started thinking the same thing. I was thinking when
when did you get so talky?
Yeah, this guy had
just give me the picture, man. Just stop talking.
It's like all of a sudden your mask fell off. I realize you're Wesley or whatever, but literally about 5 seconds ago, you were gonna backhand me.
Right?
You said where
I thought about that too.
Yeah, I'm just like, I think I'd have been like, you know what? Feelings do change. They do. Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of your velvet velour pants that you're wearing.
Exactly.
Are you a pirate? How are you going to wear those as a pirate?
Yeah. And what's with the mask anyway? Like, I knew it was you, but then I was like, no way could that be him. You know? Like, because it's too obvious. What?
Yeah.
He's just going to cover half his face?
Yeah. The mustache is not working for me, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's
it was all crooked and stuff too. It's like, who groomed that mustache?
No, hey, speaking of that, and going into a more modern situation with facial hair, in that movie, that we just saw with James Franco and his brother, what's the movie, baby? The Disaster Artist.
Disaster Artist.
So his brother plays the guy who, he basically moves to LA with to become an actor, but they have a fake beard on him, and it is the worst fake
so
beard
bad.
of all time. It's so bad, but he literally, he just must not be able to grow a beard yet. I think he's like 27, 28. But he wears it the whole movie, and it is terrible. It literally, you know what it looks like? You know how they used to have the Shave the Ken doll or whatever, or like a G.I. Joe. Remember G.I. Joe with the beard?
He's 32.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I don't know why they just played him as a teenager in that movie where you get text messages and have to follow all the rules.
He still looks really young.
Yeah,
and he was in the movie. He was in Neighbors as a frat guy.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I guess he's probably the same age as what's his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Zac Efron around that age too?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that kid though. I like James Franco and his brother. I think they're really good. All right, here we go.
Surrender! Death first!
Will you promise not to hurt him?
What was that? What was that?
If we surrender, and I return with you, will you promise not to hurt this man?
May I live 1,000 years and never hunt again.
He is a sailor on the pirate ship Revenge. Promise to return him to his ship.
I swear it will be done.
Once we're out of sight, take him back to Florin and throw him in the pit of despair.
I swear it will be done.
I thought you were dead once, and it almost destroyed me. I could not bear it if you died again.
Yeah, well, that's an emotional scene.
I think it was just her way of bailing out of the relationship, like we were saying. It's like it's either this or send him a text message, and that's always rude,
That does make a lot more sense.
It really does.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you're here. All right, well, you can just take him somewhere else.
Yeah.
Don't kill him. I don't hate him. Just
She really did later on buy the 4 boat story really quickly, right?
She was like, "Hey, he's fine, right? He's on the boats, and then you got the boats.
You're gonna take the 4 boats, and I'm not gonna hear back. Whatever. I'm just gonna get dressed like this from now on. Cool, whatever. Totally fine. Totally fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Fairy Tale Edition. Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Richter Scale, there was a beautifully better than average looking princess that lived in a castle with her parents, the king and queen. Now, every morning, the princess would brush her hair 7 times. She was very thorough with her hairbrushing. When she was done getting ready, she would look out the window as far as her eyes could see at the 8 other kingdoms in the distance, because everyone knows there were a total of 9 kingdoms in the realm, including her own. Do the math. Come on. All right. Her family was very religious, so at breakfast she would kneel and mouth the 10 prayers of their Lord, and then press her prayer cloth against her face before she ate. After eating in the grand dining hall, the princess headed out to get something to drink from the magic well. On her way there, she passed her father's royal security guards, who were each armed with a bow and 9 magical arrows each. Each guard wore a helm and a breastplate made with 3 pieces to protect them from harm. The princess brought a couple of cups to drink the magic water, but they were so tiny that it was almost pointless to use them. Luckily, when she reached the well keeper was waiting to assist her. At his waist hung 8 normal-sized cups to drink from. She was a princess, so she didn't have to do any chores, but she was such a good person that she fed the royal donkeys that carried the gold from the many midget mines. Now, you would assume the 8 mines would be called dwarf mines, but they weren't. They were called midget mines from a long time ago. The name just stuck, and it just seemed silly to rename them. Anyway, these donkeys weren't your ordinary donkeys. They were magic donkeys with more legs than most. 8 of them, in fact, so they could carry the very heavy gold. Overall, the land and the 7 seas and a total of 7.7 royal lakes. I guess you could say that this princess has everything going for her but her cups.
Dooley likes it.
That was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I mean, like, I'm gonna have to have you do it again.
Yeah, I need a copy of that.
Later. I mean, we'll have to listen to the show, I guess.
We post this later. You can listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
it's the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean,
We can listen to this later?
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
thing.
weird.
Yep.
I have to go back to work. I'll listen on YouTube though.
Okay.
Well,
Is going to bed.
You just said work.
all right. Hey, actually, this is a good time to take just a short break. All right. This is a much-needed break. I thought I was gonna make it the whole time. All right. Those of you guys who are watching the stream, we're gonna take a break from the actual episode and go rock the pre-show because we had to schedule this thing and I messed up the schedule. We weren't even supposed to start till 1, but I have children to pick up from school, and so I changed it. That's what happens. And so anyway, we're gonna get a couple people on the phone, play a little game of 5 questions, and then we'll get back to this thing. And I don't have the Skype thing over there. It's over here. Everybody's having fun?
Yeah.
Yay.
Having tons of fun.
We have a big show coming up on Friday, and we're like, the weather's getting a little cold.
So if these 3 are actors, what can we see them on and when and all that stuff?
Well, you can see them in various things. Right now, the Reliant commercial's kind of the thing. You can see them all 3 on, which is cool. And but they all have their various agents in the acting world.
Yeah,
and
so you don't try to act always together. It's just
Well, I mean, it's fun when we do.
When we first formed the band, we had the same agent, like just normal agent, not LA. And we have the same agent, and
Local.
she was like, "So, since you guys are a band, I found this really good opportunity, the Reliant Energy commercial, for you guys
So-
to be in." And then we auditioned for it. We got a call back, and then we
were you
booked it.
as a band in the commercial or just
Yeah, as a band, we
Oh,
auditioned
okay.
all
Yeah.
together.
So, like, whenever we recorded that commercial, it was like, what, like 7 degrees?
Yeah,
and it doesn't
it
look
was
like
supposed to act like it was summertime, you know. So having fun.
Oh.
We were over there.
freezing? That's called acting.
And they
Yeah.
put me in short sleeves and ripped tights, and it's like 7 degrees
And-
outside in
Yeah.
a garage where
And,
the
like, in
heaters didn't
between-
work.
That sounds terrible.
In between takes, people are like giving us their jacket and stuff, and like
Yeah.
hand warmers.
Now, and you know what? I don't think we haven't really talked about the band a lot, but how long have you guys been together as a band?
A year.
November was our
That's
like,
it?
1-year anniversary.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and just you know how long you guys been playing. Like, Gigi, tell Rich how long you've been playing the bass.
1 year.
1 year.
That can't be true.
It is true though.
It is, yeah. It's, and I mean,
That's
it's
the facts.
yeah, and then, but I mean, just they're also. I mean, I realize I talk them up a lot, but I am serious when I say to other bands, I'm like, you should come see this band because this drummer is better than yours. You know? I say that to everybody.
She's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And I'm just like, yeah.
How long have you been playing drums?
About 4 years now.
Okay. If you had said 1 year, I would have been pissed.
And then Liv, how long have you been playing guitar?
4 years, but like half of that is how long I've been playing electric, and then acoustic was like 2 years.
Yeah, so they did a show at Curtain Club about a week or so ago, and they were up there and they were playing, and they did like a couple of originals, and then they did Barracuda, which sounds really great, and they did this
super fun.
they did this Michelle Branch song, and but it was an older audience because it was the chick from Vixen was who they were opening up for or whatever.
Oh, really?
So like 3/4 of the way through the show, they did "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue, and like literally packed Curtain Club, just everybody just with their jaws on the floor, just jumping up and down, and you know, it's like you can't. I mean, for me, I can't. I just smile the biggest smile and just laugh. I'm just like,
Yeah,
there's-
Jaret was up a little further, and I was back with some of our friends, and all of them were just like, "Look at him! Look how happy he is."
I mean, it's true. It's just awesome. It's been so cool to be. I mean, I've been working with them since what, June? So
something
about
like that.
about half of the time.
Yeah.
And just how much they get better and better. So, and they've got lots of stuff planned. So everybody stay in the know. Keep up. Original songs coming out very soon.
Yes, I'm super excited.
And yeah, so I mean that I got to be there when they were in the studio for the first time, and that was cool. They don't get nervous though. That's the thing.
They don't look
it's
like
fun.
yeah.
They just get they're actors.
They're just acting.
They
not
just
nervous.
get in there and just do their thing or
Acting.
whatever. Like like when we first the first one that had to record was Marin, and when we first got her in there to start playing the drums on the 2 covers, man, I didn't really know what to expect, and even the engineer Casey, who owns the studio, was just like, "Okay, so this is her first time in the studio," and I go, "Yeah, but I have a feeling you're not going to be able to tell." And then we're both just looking at each other as she's playing or whatever, and I call her old one take Marin.
Wow.
She just gets in there and does her thing. So anyway, we have a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Anyway, we have a show coming. We have they're opening up for me on Friday, and then I'm hoping that we're going to do some stuff together, but
I'll be
we're
there.
a little bit worried about the weather. So when this comes out, we will know what happened.
That's true.
Yeah. We can look back on it with oh, that was great, or oh, bummer about the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right.
All right, let's get, who am I calling? I'm calling David Dooley.
And Wendy Croft.
Wendy Croft. All right. 2 of our original supporters. That is, why does yawning only happen during the pre-show? Even when we've been doing this for 2 hours. Unbelievable. All right. Inconceivable. Is it wrong to make fun of his speech impediment when you're talking like him?
I mean, it depends.
It's just an
Is it-
impression.
It's just an impression,
It's
right?
an homage
it's an-
to his
Yeah.
character.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you were, like if I was impersonating Sylvester the cat, I would do it. Fluffer and Matthew McConaughey. Reliant Energy is so great. He also is the beef guy for Texas, so he'll be like,
I feel like Reliant Energy should pay us.
Ribeye.
By this point.
Ribeye steaks. Beef is what for dinner? People love steaks on the grill and sirloins. Sirloins, ribeye.
All right, so back to my original questioning. Do you guys compete for the same parts ever?
Yes.
Does it get heated?
No.
No one
really.
storms off and
No,
slams their door to their bedroom? No.
No. But it's usually fun because it's not like we do the part the same exact way. So we all have our own take on how we do scripts. So it's fun.
The 2 of you gang up on one of them? It's never.
No.
No one feels left out.
No.
All right, we'll see how that goes.
You would be, yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised too. Even the sisters, very rarely does it do they get sort of sisterly irritated with one another?
Rarely.
When
we're in public.
Yeah.
And Mom is like.
But
"Yeah,
again,
right."
it happens from time to time. But you guys keep it under wraps, sort of.
Yeah.
But then
They're professionals.
They are. They're pros. Oh,
Actors.
you got. Oh, they're acting. Perfect. All right, here we go. Now we're calling David Dooley and Wendy Croft.
Yep.
Excited that you guys are here for the show. New format is we kind of just do a little bit of small talk and we dive right into the game that we do call 5 questions.
No, we asked about the movie first.
That's right. What I was going to say was, but before all of that, we do ask you guys a few questions about the movie, and they just happen to be on my notes. Now, have you guys before this podcast? Had you guys seen Wendy? Had you seen The Princess Bride before?
I had never watched it in its entirety, so
Can you
I
believe
kind of
that?
have always seen parts of it. But
Yeah.
I did watch this movie
Right.
the other night.
Same here. I had never seen the whole thing, but I had, I knew the Billy Crystal thing, and I knew the Indigo Montoya.
Wait, you said you hadn't seen it either?
I'd never seen it. through the
Oh,
whole thing.
wow.
No, I just knew little bits and pieces. That's why. I mean,
thought everybody seen that.
I was crying laughing during 5 parts of this thing. But it's all the really, really just stupid stuff.
Right.
Again, that thing where they swung on that rope. I was
He
laughing.
laughed like longer than you were actually thinking that he did.
I did. I couldn't stop laughing.
And now, as long as you're thinking, a little longer.
I
than
was
that.
still laughing. Yeah, exactly. And I would laugh now, but I'm all laughed out. I lost Rich right in the middle of me talking.
They're
about
going,
that.
I didn't think he wrote his questions down, and I'm explaining what.
Oh
you're
no,
talking-
Rich wrote them down for me.
Yeah.
Oh no, just the pre-questions or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't.
The questions we asked before the questions now.
Right.
They're
Not
the
his 5
questions
questions.
before the questions.
Nice.
By the way, if you're watching this right now, this is not the podcast.
No, this
the
is
podcast. The podcast started 3 times.
Yeah.
We got to a certain point. We took a bathroom break, and now it's not the podcast anymore. We actually do need to get to the podcast because I got to go pick up my kids.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Dooley, had you guys seen this before?
Yes, we'd seen it before.
Yeah, and so were you guys both able to watch it for the show today?
We did watch it last night. Yes, sir.
Now, would you guys both say that you like the movie?
Yes, absolutely. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah,
And how can you not like something with Andre the Giant?
I know, right? And Wendy, did you like it this time?
I did. I watched it. It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a really good one. Now, anybody got Daniel? What's your favorite line in the movie, or do you have what's the best part you like? Either a line or your favorite part.
Wendy didn't convince me.
Rest well, and in the meantime, dream of large women.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, that is. I thought about that one too.
down.
That's really funny. And Wendy, you did not convince Rich that you thought the movie was funny this time.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, I cannot dwell on that because that's not how things work here anymore.
No, just keep going.
I'm gonna keep going. All right. So as you guys know, you guys have done this drill before. Daniel, welcome to your first time. This is a game called 5 Questions. It's where we ask you 6 questions and the high score is 7.
Did you see I brightened that up for you so you could read it better?
That makes a lot of sense.
I looked right up there and I read it right off the thing. Yeah. I've been nailing that though. They'll
yeah,
tell
but
you
it
on the
was
chat.
dimmer. I brightened it up for you.
I know. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Well, when it was dim, I couldn't read it. I didn't even know
That's
it was
what
there.
I'm saying. I did that for
It's just
you.
like a little. I just thought it was like a filter, like a Star Wars filter. Put some yellow letters in there. See what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is again our contestants this week are David Dooley and Wendy Croft. Are you guys writing down your answers?
I am.
Of course I will be.
Okay. Now remember, this is a PG episode, Wendy. So please try to.
Yeah, Wendy.
I don't think it's me. You have to
Behave
worry about
You are
the
the
part.
second person on this episode to swear.
Yep.
I was the first. But it really wasn't me.
Really?
It was a recorded version of me. No,
And you warned us.
I have not sworn. And I told them that it was going to happen
Yeah.
before it happened. All right, now, for the first time ever, you guys will be also competing against working together, not your girlfriends. All right, so it is not your girlfriends versus David Dooley versus Wendy Croft. And you guys, y'all will talk about your answer off mic, and then I will throw to you guys first, or you can write it down on a cell phone. Y'all want to write?
Yeah.
You want to write it on a cell phone?
We can do that.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Right on a cell phone.
Yeah, write it on a cell phone. That's what they do these days. Actually, I've had 2 young bands in a row come into my studio with printed lyrics, and it like blew me away.
How did they print it?
Don't know.
They go to Kinko's or something?
Maybe so.
Wait, Kinko's
Yeah.
isn't even a thing. Did they go to FedEx?
FedEx Kinko's
Is it? They still call it FedEx Kinko's?
Oh, Kinko's is gone. You're
That's
right.
what I was saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just FedEx.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, Casey and I went into FedEx Kinko's the other day,
Uh-huh.
and they have the greatest little spontaneous buy section.
I bought a book there.
You would not believe.
It's so silly. Why is this book in FedEx?
Right.
And I just
Like
bought it.
we bought Everett a Christmas present there. Just like, this is really cool.
I'd also like to point out that the reason we were there was to print out a voucher from Best Buy
Yeah.
to find out whether or not you win 5 to $5,000
Yeah.
gift card.
Oh my God.
And you can use it when you get there. We
Right.
had to do it about 3 times, so we spent about $3.
Oh my God.
I pressed the color button
printing
first.
off
Yeah.
this heavy duty picture, and we only got $5.
Yeah.
And then we left. Best
She was like, "Do you want to use it now?" I go, "No, we pretty much already spent the money."
So we lost $3
we're
that
out.
day.
All right, guys. Now, again, girls, you can work together, and maybe a good way to be like, write your answer down, show each other, agree. You know, don't say it in your microphones because they can hear you. Guys, this is going to be highly competitive.
Okay.
Highly
Highly.
competitive. Now, here's the thing. You guys might say it's unfair, but if you add up the 3 of their ages, you guys are probably both still older.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so here we go. Question number 1 is about the movie The Princess Bride.
Oh,
that's
What?
right.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. All right.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared.
In the movie The Princess Bride, the princess, who is not actually a princess, jumps over the bow of the ship and is in danger of being eaten by what?
Good question.
She is in danger of being eaten by what? She's warned about it. We get to see a couple of them.
All right, we did it.
That's right. I can tell that Daniel is really being helpful to his father. That's a good child. Good son. I can see that Wendy is writing with a Bic pen.
Best pens ever.
Best pens ever. I used to eat the caps off the end of that.
Most people did.
Do you know that
But
Chris?
These are my favorite pens.
Chris, this is a true story. Chris Burney ate the end off a Bic pen one time. Not kidding. And fell asleep and inhaled it, and it got stuck in his lung.
What?
And
Oh,
he had.
no.
This is a true story.
That
He
sounds
almost.
so painful.
He almost. It was horrible. He actually almost. This is not a joke. He was in for 2 days. I had to pick him up on the way to a show that we were about to have to cancel, and he coughed it up.
Wow.
Like literally, he was like, "Dude,
No
come get."
way.
He was like, "I swear to God, it's true." Dude, come get me. I just coughed it up. I'm like, like, what are you wearing? You know, like, I mean, I don't. Are you playing in a hospital gown? Like, what's going on? Anyway, we made it. All right, we're gonna go to the. We're gonna first go to Wendy Croft. Wendy, what was she in danger of being eaten by?
I think it was a giant eel.
Giant eel is close. We're gonna go to David Dooley.
I don't remember what it was exactly.
We said screeching eels.
Screeching eels. Now let's go to the girls. What did you guys decide on?
Shrieking eels.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The girls have nailed it with shrieking eels. That's right, shrieking eels.
Yay.
So far, the 3-1 seems to be working for not your girlfriends. All right, now let's go to question number 2. In question number 2, we're gonna deal with the movie The Princess Bride.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
Curveball.
How many fingers are on the right hand of the man that killed Indigo Montoya's father? How many fingers are on that hand? I almost said how many are on the left hand, but I couldn't remember if it was just
That's
5.
why you put your hands
Yeah,
out.
I
You're
did,
right.
yeah. All right, let's go to David Dooley first. Says
6.
Sixer for the mixer. Wendy. 6. Let's go, girls. 6. That's right. 666, everybody. And that is, of course, just the numbers that you guys just said, not an Iron Maiden song. Very good. Now it is now 2-1 to 1. You can see Will over there chomping at the bit to ask his question. We'll go to question number 3, which of course is about the movie The Princess Diaries.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
The girls sounded really excited about that one. I think they're ready.
I'm totally just kidding.
I know that movie inside and out.
Oh, do
Yes.
you? I actually almost just was going to be like, who was the star of the, just to see, because I knew you guys would know it. All right. Question number 3 about the movie The Princess Bride. In the movie The Princess Bride, there is a man who works miracles. What is his name? Not his actual name. What is the character's name? I believe it's alliteration. That's a pretty good hint. Yep. Okay, you can see everybody seems to be struggling with this one. This is a hard question. Unfortunately,
He was fired. He hated Humperdinck.
Yes, he did. He did.
By the king's stinking son.
All right, everybody write your answers down. Now, girls, know this. I am watching Wendy. She has been known to cheat. All right.
Oh!
All right, girls.
I see how it is.
What did you guys say?
Miracle Max.
Okay, she says Miracle Max. David Dooley.
Same thing.
Miracle Max.
Wendy.
I don't have it.
No, I am sorry. Now we have a score of 3-2 to 1. David Dooley and his son Daniel coming in hot. Question number 4. Girls, you guys are 3 for 3. Not a lot of people get all 6 or 7 questions right of the 5. You guys have a chance to do that today. All right, question number 4. Here we go. In the movie The Princess Bride, there is a rodent that attacks them, and I'm not going to ask a question about that. In fact, I'm completely shifting gears, and I'm going to actually ask you about a movie called The Princess Bride. Here we go.
Again?
In the movie The Princess Bride, what is it that the farmhand says to the lady pretty much all the time? What is the only thing that he says to her? That one was hard to get.
What he really meant was "I love you."
What I love you. That's right. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. That question was really hard to get out. Like I had endorphins. Yeah,
You couldn't tell.
You know,
It was
I was struggling.
professional.
I was really struggling with that one. I make these up as I go. You guys know that. So this is tough. All right, here we go. I believe it is your turn to go first, Mr. David Dooley.
As you wish.
Wendy. As you wish, she says, girls.
If
As
want.
you wish.
No, I'm kidding. As you wish.
Oh, Liv throwing in the jokes.
Liv.
All right, everybody got that one right. Give everybody a hand. Very good. All right, it is 4-3 to 2 now, going into question number 5. Now the rules get a little bit tricky after this, girls, but just stick with us. Question number 5 is about the movie, The Princess Bride. That is correct.
I got it right.
Right. In the movie, The Princess Bride, true or false? When the wedding actually happens, in reality in the movie, true or false, the king is dead. True or false? The king is dead when the wedding happens. True or false? That means you think he is dead or he isn't dead.
I see concerned faces there.
We're going to go with Wendy first. Wendy.
I said yes.
She said yes. That was not, unfortunately, one of the choices. The choices were true or false. Okay.
True.
I am going to allow you to change that.
Yes, it is true, is what she's saying.
Yes, she put yes, true. All right. Okay, girls, what did you say?
False.
False.
We said false.
All right, that is correct. He is not dead. In the dream, he's dead, but not during the actual wedding.
Right.
So, all right,
Yeah,
Wendy.
she kisses him on the cheek after.
That's right. Wendy is now trailing with 2. David Dooley finishes 5 questions with 4, and the girls a perfect 5 out of 5. It is now time for Rich's bonus question.
All right, here we go. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. It is a little known fact that Buttercup is actually her last name. What is her first and middle name?
Wait, middle?
Okay, he's saying Buttercup is her last name. What is her first and middle name? And he's got a smirk on his face.
When do I not have a smirk on my
Oh,
face?
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Rich has a smirk on his face. Get out.
Yes, he does.
That's probably the tamest bonus question Rich has ever asked.
Well,
We're
it is a
PG.
PG show. Yeah. He's actually been very good. All right. Hopefully everybody has an answer written down. Everybody got an answer written down?
Yeah.
No, let me write mine.
Wait. Wait. Yeah, that one. Wait, the one that you said.
I am going to go to Wendy first on this one.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm making
No,
a
you write
guess.
that down. Should I write down I don't know?
No, you're fine. All right, Wendy does not have an answer. David Dooley.
I'm going to say, since she was the Princess Bride, her first and middle name were Princess Bride.
Right.
Okay.
Princess Bride Buttercup.
Girls?
We said the
Princess Buttercup. The, princess.
The correct answer is Reese's Peanut.
Reese's Peanut.
That's not even the recording.
Well played, Rich.
Yeah, well, maybe next time, guys. Maybe next time.
All right. Man, I should have gotten
I thought that one was easy.
I should have gotten that one
I don't know why you did.
All right. All right. So it does appear that the girls have won this. It does appear that David Dooley is in second place. That means Wendy is in third place. Now, the way that this works is this. Wendy will now have a chance at Will's super hard. No.
That's it.
Oh, Will's super hard question. If she gets it right, she wins. Then David Dooley will have a chance. If he gets it right, he wins. If both of them miss, the girls win.
Right.
So we don't have to do anything.
Well, you will get
But
a chance to
watch.
answer a question, but at this point, it's out of your hands. Basically, this game doesn't matter until Will's question. That's kind of the way they work.
Yeah.
Exactly correct.
Okay. All right. So here we go, Will, with his super hard question.
All right, Wendy Croft.
Will Bark.
Your 5 categories are science,
Science?
animals, movies,
I was trying to
sports,
switch it up for the new year.
or sailing.
Sailing? Because he can't use the one he usually
Totally
has.
got me.
I thought he was gonna do it.
Because I could see his face. So I guess you guys can see it too. All right. All right, Wendy.
I'm gonna go with movies, Will.
Okay. What is Andre the Giant's real name?
Ooh.
Oh, I have no idea.
Is that your answer?
Yes,
Ugh.
I don't know.
His real name is Andre Rousimov.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was the Giant, and they just added Andre.
May
to
God
be a
have
little-
mercy on your soul.
He comes from a long line of dudes who used to help kings get like flies and stuff off horses because they were that tall. And that was what they did. They would rouse them off. So rouse off. So like his great-great-grandfather's
Oh my
name
gosh.
That
was
weird.
Bartholomew Rousemoff.
Yeah.
And that's how that was passed down from generation to generation. So
I
that's how
believe
they
that is correct.
that's how they got that answer or that name. All right, David Dooley, that does mean that you now can pick a different category and try and steal the game from these really lovely young ladies who are super cute and don't deserve to lose.
I could be the bad guy.
Pick sailing. Pick
Daniel,
sailing.
what do you want to
I'm
say?
just kidding. You never throw a game. Here we go.
Animals.
Animals.
Okay. What do the shrieking eels do when they're about to feed on their favorite food, human flesh?
They grow louder.
They shriek louder.
They do shriek louder. That is correct.
I have, oh my goodness.
Aww.
A last
Fair
minute
game.
pull through. It was a
GG.
fair game. You know what, guys? You held it on until the last minute. It's like a freaking Pittsburgh Steeler win here. It's like a Pittsburgh Steeler game. It's just like everything's going fine right till the very end, and then it just
Ripped
goes
by the
to
refs.
poop. Guys, thank you guys. Will, thank you for joining us again, buddy. We're gonna miss you for the rest of the show. Wendy, we love you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. David Dooley, I'll see you Friday.
You
And
got it.
Daniel, good job, buddy. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Love you guys. Merry Christmas.
Love you.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
All right, guys. Very good. That was awesome.
Yay.
You
right.
told the girls you were going to let them answer a hard question, but you didn't.
Well, only because he won.
Okay.
Usually I come back
Yeah.
and usually I let the winner do it. Anyway,
Oh.
anyway, we're running out of time.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
We have like a solid 36 minutes before we got to be thinking about getting in the car.
Oh, really? Okay. Here we go. Go.
Well, I mean,
Don't talk about
I mean, we could leave it like 2:50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be fine.
Okay.
That just went from 36 minutes to an hour. Anyway. All right, here we go. We still good over there? Yep.
could you handle?
I don't think more than 10.
Even 20 for me. At my best, I could never defeat that many. I need Vicini to plan. I have no gift for strategy.
But Vincent is dead.
No, not Vicini. I need the man in black.
What?
He bested you with strength, your greatness. He bested me with steel. He must have outthought Vicini. And a man who can do that can plan my castle onslaught any day. Let's go.
Where?
Find the man in black, obviously.
Well, you don't know where he is.
Don't bother me with trifles. After 20 years, at last my father's soul will be at peace. There will be blood tonight.
Not being bothered by trifles is why you need someone smart to help you
Right.
in your plan.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Now, I like that he said to go back to the beginning. So I'm just going to sit in front of this house and be drunk. That's how he found him. Just that. I just think Mandy Patinkin is such a great actor.
Oh, he's very
so
good, yeah.
great. And did you notice when he goes, "There will be blood," he does it like he's going to look at the camera, but he doesn't. He looks off to the right.
Looks at the cameraman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so they're gonna go and round up the guy, the man in black, as they call him.
Accidentally run into the exact tree that he's in.
Yeah, but his sword guides him. And
Yeah,
also-
after they get to the exact tree that he's in.
Right. Yeah. You're exactly right. Yeah, they got all the way there, right?
They went right to the tree,
That's the way that
and then
it
the
works.
sword guides them 2 feet
how
to the
could
left.
we- Yeah, was there not a hint that got him to where that was or whatever?
I don't think so.
Huh. Interesting. Well, what are you gonna do?
It's that movie magic.
Read
It's
the,
a
read
mo-
the script.
movie-
Where am I supposed to end up?
Movie magic.
He's dead.
Just says no fire.
Grandpa, wait. What did Fezzik mean he's dead? I mean, he didn't mean dead. Wesley's only faking, right?
You want me to read this or not?
Who gets Humperdinck?
I don't understand.
Who kills Prince Humperdinck? At the end, somebody's got to do it. Is it Inigo? Who?
Nobody. Nobody kills him. He lives.
You mean he wins? Jesus, Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
You know, you've been very sick and you're taking this story very seriously. I think we ought to stop now.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Sit down. I'm all right.
I just realized that I had seen the one Santa Claus that he has in his room or whatever hanging up in it, but there's another Santa Claus back behind him, and then there's some of those little poppers like you have at the table sometimes you're in a fancy dinner.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is officially a Christmas movie by your standards.
Because of Die Hard?
Because of Die Hard. That's right.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So is Princess Bride.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when it happens. So Fred Savage is just such a good little actor.
Yeah.
He's so cute, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it just usually a kid actor at this point, you can usually poke holes in it, but he's killing it.
No, he's great. I you kind of forget as we're going through there that they cut in to him reading this,
Right.
getting the story read to him.
Yeah.
I love that part of the movie too, where
Yeah.
he's reacts to the kissing. Gross. Is this all it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to estimate he was on set for about 12 hours.
If that.
Total.
Even, yeah.
Yeah. That's if they were getting really picky. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure it took a couple of days, but, he got to work with Columbo.
I looked up the life expectancy of people at this time, and it is around 50 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In 1987?
1887.
Oh, 1887. Got it.
If that. It was around, between the 1700s and the 1900s, I assume.
Man, I wouldn't even have thought it was that long because it seems like it just gets further and further. What is it now? It's in the 80s now, right? It was 78 for a long time. Now I think it's 82.
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they had kids, people just dying in their 40s, and it was kind of a normal thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to have kids by the time you're 40 and have them off on their way.
Yeah, but they were having kids at like 16, 17 back then too.
Or earlier than that.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as they were able to.
That's the thing is we have to live longer because now none of us have kids till we're like 38.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to stick around, make sure they keep it together.
Okay, America is 78.74 years old.
Okay.
Japan is 83.
Oh.
And Canada is 82.
Wow. You know why? Because they're hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
laughter.
just laughter.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's the cold that just preserves them longer.
Yeah. I told the lady we went
because they're like frozen for like a couple years before they even get pronounced
I have
as
this
dead.
like theory that they keep like Gwen Stefani in a dry freezer when she's not performing.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same concept.
She
I
does look the
I bet
same.
she'll live to be like a good 300 degrees.
In your wildest dream, what's the worst thing can happen inside of a suction cup?
Okay, so I was actually going to comment on the machine.
Yeah.
I actually think, like, if I would have seen this as a kid, that thing would have scared me, actually. And it's not really the machine itself; it's more his reaction.
Yeah.
Because
and it's hooked up to his brain.
When he's in pain or whatever, it's kind of one thing. But when he asks him like how it went, and he does that moan, it was like that's not funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just expected him to go, "Yeah, it was nice," whatever. But
all of a sudden, he was in like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I know. I was.
No, you're supposed to do a terrible English accent as an American to match this movie.
Right. Yeah. No, seriously, that one thing really caught me off guard. The little moan.
Everybody in this movie was doing Princess Leia's accent at the beginning of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like everybody was
Oh,
doing.
Madonna. Yeah,
Yeah, Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's later in life, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. My kids were asking us all about Madonna the other day for some reason, and they were just like, was she like a big star? And I was like, there's probably a time where she was the most famous person in the world.
Yeah.
There was probably a time like that. And they goes, so is she English? And I go, no, she just talks like that now. She didn't used to. She's in all kinds of movies. She just talks normal. Crazy.
Well, it makes sense because people in the United Kingdom live to 81.6, so maybe she's just trying to swing over to that side.
Yep.
They do have a lot of old people there.
There's a lot of old people.
Like you don't see old people like you do in England.
No, I said that. So
maybe they're just more active.
I moved that bit into my Heartache and Hilarity show when we were there because I talked about how my grandmother turned 90 or whatever, and I was like, like you guys just have old people. I was like, it's like The Walking Dead around here. It's just people limping along cobble roads, just waiting to die, just like wanting to get hit by a big bus.
Yeah, but
being really polite.
We in America, we put all of our old people in subdivisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're still mixing it up in England. They don't have anywhere to go.
Even those subdivisions are subdivided. It's like
That's
these
right.
are the ones that can play tennis.
That's right. Yeah.
These are the ones that
Shuffleboard.
can swim. Yeah.
Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth. Now, mostly dead is slightly alive. Now, all dead, well, with all dead, there's usually only one thing that you can do.
What's that?
Go through his clothes and look for loose change. Hey! Hello in there! Hey, what's so important? What you got here that's worth living for?
True love, you heard him? You could not ask for a more noble cause than that.
This scene would have made Flatliners a lot better of a movie, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're totally right. Yeah, that one was too intense. They were bringing people back. You should just yell in their ear and they come back, right?
By the way, all the cameos in this movie completely worked. Like, they didn't bring me out of the movie or anything. Unlike Star Wars, which the cameos completely took me out of the movie. This totally, like, it was perfect. Like, all the cameos that they had were just like, it made sense. It didn't like, oh, I guess Billy Crystal wanted to be in this movie.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and it was almost because of, as you were saying earlier, like, and we were talking about like the silly transitions, because they're all sectioned off. It's like this Billy Crystal scene happens right here in this little area, and then the Columbo and Fred Savage thing happens right here in this little area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not like it really took them any time to do
Right,
it.
right.
You know, obviously, he was in makeup for a while though. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, they made me bald in Girl the Bad Guys Want, and that was like 5 hours. You know?
But that was all the earring, wasn't it?
The earring didn't take long. I had my ears pierced.
Oh,
back
that's
then.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but they did draw on my tattoos because my arms were bare at the time.
Oh, really?
And
this was before you were cool.
Totally, 100%. Well, before I had a hit.
Oh, okay.
Because
you weren't gonna do it until you knew.
At that point in music, my legs were all tattooed, but I still thought I was getting a job. So I was like, you know, well, there was just like, I think it was like song goes top 20. I'm just like, draw them on. Let's do this.
Did you get a college education?
I got 2.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. That was it was a detour. Clip.
How long do we have to wait before we know the miracle works?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'll beat you apart. I'll take you both together.
It's not very long.
Why won't my arms move?
You've been mostly dead all day.
We have Miracle Max. Make a pill to bring you back. Who are you? Are we enemies? Why am I on this wall? Where's Buttercup? Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is marrying Humperdinck in a little less than half an hour. So all we have to do is get in, break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape. After I kill Count Rugen.
There doesn't leave much time for dilly-dallying.
You just wiggle your finger. That's wonderful.
I've always been a quick healer. What are our liabilities?
There is but one working Castlegate.
He's the best, man.
Yeah,
he makes
he
this
is
movie
great.
for me.
Yeah,
Totally makes
the
this
whole
movie.
rhyming thing or whatever, and it was just like, you know, and it's funny that you guys gravitated towards that too, because Casey was just like, "That's the best line of the whole movie." I'm just like, "Well, it just started." You know?
Well, I didn't realize that you hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, no.
Because you actually just said so far, and I'm like, no, like in general. Not that you told me you hadn't seen it before.
Yeah, it's no, I did. I laughed a lot during this. You know, I think had I watched this as a kid or whatever, there'd probably be a bunch of stuff that I say, you know, from this one or whatever, because
right, yeah.
you know, everybody does the Indigo Montoya thing, but I used to always mess up his name though. Like
Can we talk about storming the castle?
Sure.
So they have Andre the Giant wrapped in this big cloak on top of this wheelbarrow that they're pushing.
Yeah, in front of 60
So,
dudes.
and it's been a while since I've seen this.
Right.
And so when they first wheeled it out in the very first scene, it's got this metal face or something in there, and it's all like barely hidden.
Yeah.
But it's clearly like a piece of metal,
Yeah.
like a mask almost.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next scene, it's him in there with his giant face poking out, talking and stuff.
And then they just set him on fire.
And I got so confused for a second. And I was like, why did they do that? Doesn't make sense. And at first I was like, you know, I thought he was supposed to be in it, but I guess I had that wrong. He's not in it. They just have some metal thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was just bad. It was just
Well,
bad
and just even
practical effects. It
all
just
of
cracked
it,
me up.
just even like
And they would go back and forth, and he's on fire. And
the comedy though, I mean, the thing that the setup of it was just like, if only we just had a giant black cloak or whatever, and he just pulls it out. Where did you get that? I got that from Miracle Max's house. It fit nice. I thought I'd keep it. It's just like,
why didn't
what?
you list a wheelbarrow in the list
Yeah,
of assets?
exactly. Yeah, right. That would have been a good thing to list.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But he totally would have burned up.
Yeah.
That isn't even. He just ripped the clothes off. I mean, they just set the cloak on fire. It's not like they covered him with some kind of, you know, lotion or something.
To be fair,
he was just on fire.
To be
And
fair,
now I'm taking the cloak off.
He got the cloak from Miracle Max's house.
Oh, that is an excellent point. I didn't think about. You're
Yeah.
right.
Every
It
once
was
in a while I come up
It
with
was
some good
a
ones.
inside fireproof cloak.
Something or other.
Which they knew, or they were just like, well, we'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Maybe I guess all magic cloaks just burn on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Right.
So the lore goes.
Right.
Your Wesley is dead. I killed him myself.
Then why is there fear behind your eyes?
Give us the gate key.
I have no keiki. Physic? Tear his arms off. Oh, you mean this keiki?
Under you, Princess
Yes.
Bagua.
Man and wife. Say man and wife.
Man and wife.
Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite. I'll be there shortly.
He didn't come.
All right, so the guy's dead.
Yeah.
He comes back to life, breaks into a guarded castle where he's completely outnumbered, and there she is complaining that he didn't save her fast enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she doesn't know all that. She still thinks the 4 boats.
I'm just saying, give the guy some room.
Oh no. Okay. So no, at this point she knows the 4 boats didn't happen, and now she just thinks that
Now she's disappointed
he
that
killed
he
her.
didn't leave.
Now you guys got excited when you saw the wedding guy or whatever.
Yeah, marriage.
Yeah. So what? Do y'all know what he's credited as? Like his name is something really funny.
No, what is it?
It says like clergyman, doesn't it?
It's something. Anyway,
It's something weird, clergyman.
It's something super weird. But as he was, it's funny because like as he was talking, like it went over to somebody else, and it was like they were making fun of one another in their speeches. You know what I'm talking about? Like what else is going on in this scene?
Was there some kind of inside joke about that time
That's
or
what
something?
I'm thinking. I don't know, but this guy is just crazy funny. Everything he says.
What was he? I knew he was probably from some English comedy.
There's a few Monty Python the guy that like did the
Oh, is he one of the Monty Python guys? Maybe
yeah,
he was. Oh, okay.
And then
yeah.
that guy that did the torture guy,
Mhm.
he's the dude that he's in the vacation movie, the European vacation movie. He's the guy that runs the hotel.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so yeah, you see those dudes all over these kinds of things, whatever.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that!
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Now!
Offer me money. Yes. Power to promise me that. All that I have and more. Please. Offer me everything I ask for. Anything you want. I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Whoa.
PG-13. We're good.
And he just killed the guy.
Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed just the hilarity of the stab wounds, but they're not even getting close to actually stabbing each other. In fact, when Christopher Guest stabs Manny Patinkin, you can actually see him hit the sword out of the way, and then when it comes back on him, there's just a huge blood spot
Yeah,
there,
big
and it happens all like each of them stab each other in one side or another, just big blood spots or whatever. But
I thought it was cool that he mirrored the exact spots that the other guy hit him.
Yeah.
He did the exact
Right.
one. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Not even just on the face. It's just like, you just stabbed me here and here.
Right.
Here's this and
It
this.
was
And
on
then
the
right.
chest and then the arm.
Yeah, and then
he
just
did
right
that.
in the stomach. Yeah. I like
Demonstrating how good he is at swordsmanship.
that is a very, very
But not sportsmanship.
good point, Rich. Speaking of points.
Yeah.
I bet those swords were sharp.
Probably not.
No.
I mean, the thing is, he says he has the scars, but you can't see the scars in any other scenes. Just that
No,
one
yeah,
scene.
exactly. Just when you
That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a really funny
Why?
observation. Yeah, that's really.
They didn't have the budget.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know what? We spent all the makeup money on Billy Crystal.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with that, right?
Oh god.
I think you're bluffing.
It's possible, pig. I might be bluffing. It's conceivable, you miserable vomitous mass. I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Then again, perhaps I have the strength after all.
I didn't expect that. Yeah, I really was not expecting him to just drop the sword and just go go sit down or whatever.
Did you notice his hair, the prince's hair?
Mm-mm.
You didn't notice like what kind of? I'm sure Casey did, right?
What do you mean?
His hair. Play the clip again and just pause it on his hair.
Okay.
I can't see any of that, but
I think you're bluffing.
You can see it over here.
All right.
So just sit there and pause it for a second, right there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what if in a little bit longer in the back, like a little more mulletier in the back, that's what I look like in high school.
oh no.
Just that hair. It's like super wavy and bushy and
A little more mullety.
and kind of dry. You have to put stuff in it to make it not look like an afro.
I think I actually.
That's my hair.
I think I have a photo of that.
You gotta pull that up.
Yeah, I probably should, right?
Might as well.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Let's see. How can I get it up there? All right, I'll airdrop that to myself real quick. This is worth a few minutes, right?
Of course. This is going down.
Why not? All right.
Is that my high school picture or?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
I think the girls are really going to appreciate this one, to be honest.
Oh, is that my band photo?
Here
That's
we go.
actually not horrible. There's worse, like my
Rich,
regular.
It's not horrible.
I'm saying comparatively to my like high school photo.
Oh, did I accidentally send it to you?
Who, me?
No, I just know exactly what photo it is.
Oh.
For some reason it's coming up on my iPad. This is so confusing. What's going on? All right, here, I'll just put it up in the camera. How about that?
All right.
Here we go.
Oh my God, that's.
Oh, I thought it was one where he wears the vest and no shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes. It's coming in clear now.
This is the best photo ever.
That is the hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
You,
That actually looks good.
But look what he's
comparatively.
playing, girls.
Oh
Keytar.
You're Humperdinck. You're like Pop Humperdinck.
Yeah.
He's playing the keytar. Just rock it out.
I'll send you a better one.
Yeah, you got to find the Eden.
Yeah,
East of
I'll
Eden.
send it to you. Go ahead and talk. I'll send it to you.
All right, is it the
Shirtless
promo picture
leather
you're
vest
talking about?
Picture.
Yeah, I don't think I got that. I got that one from your dad. All right, no, not your dad, Casey's dad.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
And as they reach for each other,
What? What?
now it's kissing again. You don't want to hear that.
I don't mind so much.
Okay. Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind. The end. Now, I think we ought to go to sleep. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
So long.
So long, grandson.
Grandpa? Maybe you could come over and read it again to me tomorrow.
As you wish.
A little smirk when, like, the very end. Like, once he ends the book, he's like,
Mm-hmm. He knew he had him.
it's like, okay.
Oh my god.
That was the Princess Bride. We podcasted about. It was really good.
I loved it.
Me too.
I'm
Me
in.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I liked it.
Skype Will and ask him what he thinks.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh,
I
I'm
sent
totally
you.
joking 'cause it
If
took
you
so
open
long.
if you open your Facebook, I sent you the 2 pictures. By the way.
All right, hold on. I got things going on over here.
Anytime there was like a kissing scene, whenever Gigi was little, she would just run out of the room. It was really funny. Like she would scream and go hide in her room.
I did. It was
like,
true.
Even if it was like Blue's Clues. Not if there was a kissing scene in Blue's Clues. That'd be weird.
When we were
But,
at
like,
the movie theater,
That would have been
That
weird.
would be weird.
New generation.
You just
Blue's
didn't like
Clues.
kissy kissy back then.
No.
No.
And I still don't.
You know?
I
Good
I
for
don't know.
you.
You guys like
around.
y'all like
Guilted,
Twilight. Y'all are fine with kissing.
Yeah, do they-
I see your movie reviews. Yeah,
Yeah.
they review movies every week too.
That's
Only if
right.
they have sparkles.
Yeah. No, that's well, yeah. So you guys obviously loved the movie,
Yes.
and Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Will liked it. I loved it,
Yep.
and Rich liked it. Silent Sean. Yep, thumbs up from him. Now, yeah. So, Not Your Girlfriends are here once again, and this has been awesome. First of all, thank you again for probably the most thoughtful Christmas presents ever. And
Yeah, thank you guys.
Say
could not,
back at you.
I could not tell you how stoked I am to put this picture up, and I've decided where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right behind your heads so that it's on camera every single week whenever we're
awesome
when we're doing the thing. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
He was
going
going to put his Grammy nomination there.
Yeah,
so
I'm serious.
feel
Not
privileged.
joking. So I'm going to replace that. So those of you who didn't get to see earlier, this is one of my Christmas presents.
I mean, they are better looking than any of your pictures. No offense.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's a couple of me from like '94.
Yeah, but there's some real questionable jean shorts over there.
You know what's crazy about these ones too? Is
What's crazy is I thought that was Gary forever, and it's not. You just had another guy that looked like Gary before Gary.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, these totally had a stripe down them.
Oh
Those
no.
jean shorts. Yeah. Oh, totally.
Well.
100%. So tell us what's going on. Tell us again. He just mentioned that you guys do movie reviews. I know what's going on, but tell everybody else.
Well,
every Monday.
Yeah, every Monday we
Hang on. Every music
movie Monday.
That's what we do.
Well, what's been going on is we have a show on Friday at Lava Cantina.
Yep.
So it's
I'll
gonna
be
be
there.
awesome. Yes, and Jaret is going to be there.
I am going to be
too.
there.
Yeah. I'm not going to be on stage though.
Yeah, no.
No?
Sadly.
Okay.
Not no.
That you
wouldn't
know
say
of.
You
that.
should be the backup
You wouldn't
dancer.
say it.
Well, and okay, so
Yeah, we're
everybody
opening
can go
for you.
go find you guys,
Yes.
and also we have a big show in April at Lava Cantina. You guys are opening up for Bowling for Soup
Yes.
there.
No way.
That's
I
gonna
didn't
be
know that.
crazy.
That's awesome.
And you guys are gonna do some cool stuff this summer that you're excited to let people know about
Cool stuff.
soon, right?
Yes.
So that's gonna be cool. Lots of
Hashtag
stuff.
soon.
Lots of stuff happening with them, and again, original music and stuff. So go check them out. Not Your Girlfriends.
Not Your Girlfriends.
Not You Are Girl FRENZ. And they're easy to find now, dude. I'm telling you.
Is there a story behind the name? Was there some dudes that were trying to be their
Dudes.
girlfriends, and they're like, no,
Oh.
and then they like started a band because of it?
Ask
No.
them.
No.
No.
Okay.
She likes her intro though. She likes when she introduces.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, we had like they had we had like a big meeting with like all the parents and them and me and John, who also works with them, and it was like the whole like, should we change the name? Should we change the spelling or whatever? And they were just like, we like going up there and going, we're not your girlfriends, you know, and it is cool.
And they call
It
their
is
fans
cool,
the
yeah.
friend zone, which I think is amazing.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so join the friend zone.
Yes.
Find them on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They're on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You're all individually on those things too.
Yes.
And
At the
The Christmas
Ladies.
video was awesome. It was really good.
Thank you. That
We-
was really fun.
We had a blast making that,
Mhm.
but we had some tired girls at the end of that thing.
And boys.
And
yeah,
boys,
and boys.
yeah.
Well, actually, they weren't tired. They had a sugar high.
They sure did, yeah.
You had a
Steal
quick
all of our
crash.
food.
We saved all of the sugar stuff till last, and so yeah, they were, but yeah, that was a great day. We had tired parents too, because the parents, the thing about them is their parents are amazing, and so their parents are always working. The moms set up all that Christmas stuff for the Christmas video, and then but the dads, like, they have tech, so they're setting up all their gear, and I mean it's awesome, man. It's
You know,
fun.
just yesterday we got the tree from Laura's house.
Really?
Just yesterday.
Yeah, there was a time at that video. So what happened was if you haven't seen it, go watch "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree"
Yeah.
from Not Your Girlfriends, and but it looked like a Christmas store exploded. In
I
that
put my
house.
Christmas stuff up like pretty much like right after that.
Yeah.
And like our housekeeper came by and she was like, "Well, you're the first one so far."
Yeah.
Like it was so early. I'm like, I want it to be Christmas
Yeah.
now.
Right.
I put it all up.
Oh man, but
Yeah.
we were tearing down from that shoot, and I was just sitting there going, I'm gonna feel guilty if I just have to leave before they're gonna tear all this Christmas stuff down. And Amy just looks at Laura. She goes, I'm not taking all this with me today. You can forget it. We're getting out of here.
My house has 2 Christmas things in it. It's a card from Rodden James, thank you, Rodden, and Wendy Croft.
I'm gonna go decorate your house.
Well, now you have a card from Not Your Girlfriends and a movie
That's
thing.
true. I could add it to my collection.
Hey, awesome. It's been awesome having you guys. You're welcome anytime.
Thank
you. PG-13 until you graduate from college.
Because
which we are going to.
We are going to college.
A word from Rick.
See?
Please don't get him started. Please do not get him started.
Put him on the right path.
Oops. That is quiet. All right, so we've got video mail.
Yep. Oh, wait. We'll do the regular one. And do
Okay,
that
go
afterwards.
ahead.
All right. So, Jason Randall writes, Hi, guys. First of all, leave Rich by the fridge. He was amazing on this episode. He's talking about the whatchamacallit? Love. What's the movie? Crazy Stupid Love. All right. Rich was amazing in this episode. Thanks for sharing your vulnerable side with the tale of your divorce from your wife.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
He actually wrote down to make sure that I told you to do that.
Yeah.
And returning with a hilarious high-energy episode that we only find out in part 2 that he's on beer 4 when he usually taps out at 3.
I actually had people coming up to me at a show recently, and more than 2 people were like, dude, when Rich drinks, the show is so much better. And I'm like,
great.
I go, he doesn't think so.
No.
I go, he hears it, and then he takes like a 4-show break. You know?
That's right.
But anyway, that was a fun one, and I think that one...
Yeah, you notice I brought nothing but like water and Topo Chico after Fight Club.
Yeah.
But like for a year.
Yeah. And sometimes it comes back on you.
Also, animals. Casey was way more involved in this episode, and it was awesome. Jaret and Will, great job as always. Congrats on 100 episodes, and I can't wait to hear many 100 more. Love you more than a friend. P.S. Thanks for having my name announced right by Zaldor. It's really the highlight of my week.
That's fun.
Adam Lennon writes, Hey, Jaret, Rich, Casey, and Will. Long-time listener, first-time emailer, and BFS fan from way back. Also, my band was on the Jaret Show podcast last year. I guess you had, like, where you played some people?
Yeah, so, like, pretty much the last 3 album releases for Bowling for Soup, you can pay, like, a certain amount of money, and, like, I'll put you
As
on
part
my
of the
podcast.
reward
Yeah,
thing.
it's a reward thing.
I'd love to hear an episode on the movie ATM, which is a B horror movie with Josh from Josh and Drake, or Drake and Josh, from like 10 years ago, or maybe some other movies like that. There's a lot of pretty hilarious horror movies you guys could get into that would be pretty funny to hear your reactions to. Happy Holidays. That's a Casey thing. She's not going to watch that.
I watch like the cheesy, crappy ones. Like you can watch like, you know.
Well, I would say we
anything where
have.
your arm's a chainsaw.
If you go to our website, we have a new website now. At the very bottom, it has movie suggestions. Click on that and suggest a movie, and it'll be voted on. I'm actually just going right down the list, basically, of the suggestions that are up there that have been voted on and ranked the highest, and then slipping in a few that are, going in tandem with the releases that are happening.
Yeah, we've had a couple of things, and like this one, we wanted to do this while the girls were out of school, and
no, this was like top of the list.
oh, really?
Yeah.
If originally this was going to be my kids on here, but
Right.
they got demoted.
Right.
They're not in a rock band.
Yeah, they're not in a rock band.
No.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
That's what they get.
Yeah, exactly.
If they get their stuff together. Video mail.
All right. I don't even know how this works. Let's do this.
It's just like a clip. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it'll just go to there.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
It should give you an expand.
I'm always nervous about whatever text is in between.
Yeah,
the video
me
and
too. Okay, wait.
There's a mute, yeah.
Got
Hey
it.
guys, I just wanted to send you.
All right, here we go. Oh, it's Chris Holt.
Yep.
Hey guys, I just wanted to send you a quick message to say one awesome job you're doing lately on this podcast. I've been listening since the start, and they just keep getting better and better. the 100th episode thing, the double parter one, that was hilarious. Listen to that today, and I've never laughed so much. So yeah, good job on that one. And apologies for missing out on a few episodes. I've been going through a bit of a rough time, as you'll probably know, but hopefully that's going to change, and I'm feeling a lot happier with the help of this podcast and a few other things. And yeah, it's all good. I'm going to come back next year and probably carry on losing every 5 questions because I'm rubbish at it. But yeah, it's good fun, and I can't wait to get back on with you guys, because like even just listening to the podcast is like hanging out with friends for a couple of hours. It really makes a difference in my day, and just makes me laugh, cheers me up, and it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so I just wanted to basically say that I hope you guys have a great holiday season through Christmas and the New Year with everything that you're going to be doing or whatever, having fun with your families and things. And yeah, I shall be back next year. I'm also going to come to the Boy for Soup tour next year. Should be in Sheffield, and I believe it's Nottingham. Nottingham, I think I'm going to be flying solo at that one. So if anyone wants to hang out, that'd be cool. And yeah, I'm going to have a song out in the next couple of days, which I can send to you if you want to hear it. And yeah, just let me know your opinions on it, really. It'd be pretty cool to hear what you guys think of it. So yeah, have a good holiday season, and keep up the good work on the podcast. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Love that guy.
Yep.
Good dude. He mentioned he's like having a bit of a bout with anxiety and depression. Something that I've been talking about a lot in more recent times. So definitely hoping you get that under control, Chris. You know we're here if you need us, and finding lots of support on my new thing that I'm doing called 4 Years Fat. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's on Facebook, and you can get there and interact with other people who are either trying to lose weight or just trying to get healthier. And now it's kind of taking on even sort of another thread of like some people like Chris Holt who are battling some mental stuff, and you can just find common ground there with a lot of really cool people. And it's all about positivity and being happy and being safe, and just having a better time out there, Rich. A better time. Sometimes you just got to have a better time. Chris, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
And to everyone here, I want to thank Will for both being here remotely and here at the mothership, as he would say. He basically commuted to work and then worked from home all in the same time in this podcast.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Dedication.
Rich, you're the best, as
Thanks.
always.
You are too.
Amazing preparation for today's show. Silent Sean, fantastic. Silent Sean got put through the ringer before today's show. Like, there was like a 45-minute window of like him just being a pinball. That's what it was like. Not your girlfriends. Yay! Love you guys. Laura and Amy, the moms, who if they weren't here and then you guys couldn't be here.
Yeah.
They don't have Uber for kids.
You're literally not allowed here without
they don't have
kids.
They don't have Uber for kids here. That's a Winnie Croft thing. It's only in Cleveland. And of course my lovely wife Casey. Let's go get some lunch.
Yeah, I like lunch.
We were gonna have the girls perform live on the show, and we ran out of time.
Yeah, we'll just have them back.
So you guys got to promise to come back and do that next time.
We will.
And hopefully next time we won't start 35 minutes late.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you. That's it from me. Princess Bride was a great movie. I really liked it. There's a bunch going on with me, so just go check out my Facebook page, the Jaret Reddick artist one, and follow me wherever. I think I'm going to stop tweeting, by the way. I don't think it does any good.
Yeah, Hitler wasn't happy about that.
No, I just don't know if anybody's following. Like, I really don't. Like, I put something out there, nobody really cares. But like, if I put something on Instagram, it's like 1,000 likes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I may be off Twitter.
Yeah.
Just Facebook me.
I don't tweet. I just read tweets.
Facebook me and let me know if I should tweet. And if I don't answer on Facebook, send me an email. And then if I don't get that, would you text me and let me know? And then you could try to call. Chances are I won't answer. I said all of that in reverse, by the way. It's like that's like if somebody calls me, I don't answer, they text me right away. Then I don't check the text. I get a Facebook message.
Yeah.
I don't check the Facebook message. I get an email. Email's followed by a direct tweet. It's like this whole and it's all just to see if I got the original message.
Right. Did you get my text?
Did you get the text? No.
Did you get my voicemail message?
Yeah, did you get the voicemail message? You know what, dude? Okay, so I know we got to go. I get more voicemails now than ever because the thing prints it out for me. So, like, on iPhone now, there's a beta version of this thing. And so, like, I mean, I would never check. Well, I don't check voicemails.
Google Voice has had that for like a decade.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so like it's a random number. I don't know. Then I go to, and then you just go to, I'm due for mulch in my yard. I guess I will actually call this person back.
Right.
You know? Nope. I can email them.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We will see you down the road.
And I like you more than a friend.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.